Welcome back, beautiful souls. It's a soldier of light reporting for duty. And I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in and thank you guys for all your support. Hopefully, you guys got a chance to listen to the video that Jason and I did yesterday on the Light Warrior Network. It's that was an amazing video, a lot of great information. Like he stated in my in the last video we did together, that we're scheduled to be doing this every Tuesday, probably 7:15 or excuse me, Central Time, 5:15 Pacific Time, 8:15 Eastern Time. That's the time that we're shooting for every Tuesday. So I'm actually going to have a little bit of a break from all the travels. I'm not going to be traveling until next month now, instead of the beginning of or the end of this month. So I wanted to take an opportunity to you guys to jump on. And I only see a few in the chat, though. That's amazing to me. So there must be something going on with the chat I'm seeing here, because it looks like there's more watching than there is um, in the chat. Now we're jumping up. Okay, good. Okay. So the chat is being messed with. So I just want to say, thank you guys for just your continued support. If you didn't get notified, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. This has been going on with my channel from day one. So that's kind of why I didn't know Christy was on. I just jumped on because of the days. Usually I was jumping on Wednesday and Wednesdays and Thursdays. I used to be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. With all my travelings now, it's not. It's just me when I get an opportunity. So I figure, well, I got the opportunity, and I'm feeling good energetically. I wanted to jump on and try to help as many people as I can with the readings that you guys have. More of the focus will be on the other channel that I'm doing on Tuesdays with Jason. More of the a mixture of things, but mainly it's the stuff that's going on kind of in the world. I got notified this time and not with Jason. Gotcha. So yeah, they're watching the shows. As you guys know, this has always been my issue since day one. That when it comes to having issues with them taking subscribers away on the daily, removing channel or chat questions or the comments after the shows, they've been removed. People have been unsubscribed without unsubscribing. The no notification. So it's constantly issue after issue after issue with this channel. And that's okay. I'm not worried about it. I know whoever needs to be in my energetic field, as I always say, that the God and the universe will put him in my path. So that's the whole situation in a nutshell. I'm glad to be back on with Jason as well. I feel like we have a lot of big things ahead of us to do together. And I've always felt that. And once the as Jason mentioned, once his chains were released, he actually was his energy has just grown and has flourished, and it's been pretty amazing. And I feel like we have a purpose together. Is why God literally brought us back together. And if you guys have noticed, though, also if you jumped over to the Light Warrior Network, I'm going to put that subscription or that description in the box as well for some of you who may have been on my channel and not from the other channel, and so on and so forth. The job that we want to do is try to spread as much information as we can to keep the vibration up. And I just was waiting for a few more people to kind of start coming in. I got a notification at 8:30 and 8 p.m. Oh, yeah, I don't know why the 8 p.m. So this one was supposed to be 7:30. So hopefully everyone is getting. I know a lot of them aren't, but hopefully they'll get the alerts. But if not, they can always listen to the show the next day. So or whenever they get an opportunity to. But there's a lot going on in the world. A lot going on in the world. So I just I feel like it's the time for me. That's why I feel God is kind of taken a break for me a little bit from just this month of the travels. So there's more energy that I need to be helping others with. So that's why I wanted to jump on and try to do as many shows as I possibly can within reason, in between the one with Jason, moving forward until I have to start traveling pretty frequently again. So That way, the more readings for some of you who may not be able to afford because of all the stuff going on in the world. That's why I'm not big onto the, you have to pay this amount of money, this amount of money. I do have private reading charges that I do. And I took my website down personally for some of you who've been asking about the readings. And I updated my YouTube page on my About page to tell you how to get a hold of me if you need a reading. Because my schedule changes so frequently, and I was having a hard time with multiple time zones because of the beautiful men and women I read for around the world, and they're all in different time zones. So trying to reschedule and try to get those pinpointed, plus having a travel schedule, it gets kind of difficult. And I'm going on a case-by-case basis with the reading. So if you need a more personal reading that you don't want others to maybe hear, or you need a little more in depth, then it's probably the best opportunity to get a hold of me. And that's why I wanted to jump on with this type of show when it comes to this, because it's not about making money for me, and never has been. It's always been about spreading or trying to help others. And when it comes to this, and I'm always very thankful for the beautiful souls who do donate for the readings, and I've even donated free readings as well to the crowd. And another good part is I feel with this type of platform, for others who may want to know or see, but if you have your ears are open, that a lot of these messages for certain men and women that I'm reading for, you can take parts of those. You can take parts of those readings that resonate with you, and Spirit may be sending you a message as well, because we're all connected. And I also feel with these readings, it's more than just a reading for me. I feel like you get a healing of some sort, because my guides and God won't allow me to just read a yes or no type of scenario for a lot of people. They want me to give you more in depth and, be able to overcome if there's any obstacles, things like that. So I feel like there's a lot of healing that goes on with this exchange of energy, because I always send it. And I just wanted to share a little tidbit. Soul Lady D, for some of you guys who may listen or see Soul Lady D, she's very good. She's very good. She reads for me, and she's hitting it out of the park. And I'm going to tell you, I asked her a question with no information, very little that I asked her of. And she said a set of words that started her reading to me that I literally said out loud a few hours before. I said it to two different people. I said it to my brother Jason, and I said it to my wife. So I literally said the words that she started to say. That's how connected the energies are. And she told me, I've been reading for 25 years, and your guides are so strong that they made me woozy. So, and I actually been told that from another psychic as well, who's in the Boston area, and she teaches others how to develop their skills. She teaches them how to read, how to psychic channel, and she does this for a living. And she told me the same thing, that your guides, your energy is so strong. I can feel it so strong all the way from here. And another thing that's beautiful as well is I've got a lot of feedback, and a lot of feedback I've received, which is similar, is a lot of the men and women that I'm reading for, even through the channel, or they say, I can feel your energy come through the screen. And it gives me goosebumps and things like that, which is amazing. So that tells me that my energy is emoting the way it's meant to, and it's resonating with people's souls. And that's what it's all about, because the answers come from you, as I always state. You already know the answers, but the validation is the best part of this situation. So the answers I receive through my guides are coming from you and your guides. So that's the amazing part when you understand how the energy starts to work. It really is pretty magical. And and I really appreciate it with Lady D. She calls me the King of Tarot, and that's all glory to God. And it's just something I felt like since day one that I just understood how to do them. And as I mentioned on the other show with Jason, I can show you the card. And this is what the Six of Pentacles looks like. This is what the Eight of Wands looks like as I'm talking. But that one message, I might show you the card, might mean 10 things, 5 things, 2 things, whatever the situation might be. It's all about my interpretation at the time, and that picture could be different for me with each reading. Some things may sound similar when I do channel, because those are similar messages that I feel need to come out the way they do. And I just want everyone to know, pick up, if you feel that this is something you're meant to do or you want to do it, do it. Don't be afraid. It's your intention. I had someone this last weekend when I was in Dallas, Texas area, ask me a question. And then when they found out what I did, when I read tarot and things like that, the first thing is, uh-oh, like I felt the energy stop, go up with concern. She's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. I said, why? And my wife even said, yeah, why do you say that? She said, because it's of the dark and demons and things we've been told. And that statement is 100% correct. There are demons. There are lower frequency energies and leeches and vampires and all that other stuff that want to come around and suck your energy. And if that's what your intention is, to attract things to you through some type of magic, some type of spells, whatever the situation is, that's the type of energy you're going to attract. But if your intention is pure, of a healing and integrity, that's where the light channels. And that's what I channel from. And I call in specific energies and specific protection to work with. And I also feel, if you don't believe me, if you feel like the energy is real and the magic is real, like as far as from God, watch the lights around me when I channel. They brighten. The video I watched the whole thing over after the show was over and read all the comments, all that stuff, and watched every time my light brightens, every time I channel with cards. And that's because I'm channeling that light and I'm emoting it for others to see. And it's beautiful. And I feel like that's the reason why many of you are in my field, energetic, and then there's a reason. There's healing that comes with this. We are a soul. I feel we share fragments of the same soul because we've all been created by God. We're all brothers and sisters. That's the reason why we're all so connected. And the ones that aren't connected to us, or we're splitting away from, there's a reason, is because we're still connected to them, but their journey is taking them in the wrong direction at this time, or in a different direction. Not necessarily wrong, just a learning point for them, because they have things they have to learn. And the best part is I met so many new beautiful people this last weekend in Dallas, and amazing souls. And with the souls that I've been meeting, I've touched a lot of them. As far as the energy, like they just started asking me, what do you see in my energy? What do you see in my energy? And actually the beautiful thing is I was starting to channel just that way. So I just want everyone to know, like, you help me build my gifts that are from God. And the validation I receive and the feedback is just more of my foundation being built. So that's why when you get an opportunity to even if you get just a few minutes to listen sometimes, there's a reason why you've come to this channel. There's a reason why you listen to the videos. There's a reason why God has put you in this field. And that answer will be revealed to you when you're ready to hear the answer, and not before then. So I want to say thank you all for popping on. Thank you for any guardians in the chat. If not, I crushed the trolls anyway. So I'm glad that people are getting notified, at least. Let me see here. We're going to start reading here. Let's find out what we got cooking. Hi, Jason. Can you look as what is going on with Shiba and XRP? Sure thing. I'm actually going to move my microphone a little closer to me. I will try to turn as much as I can if I'm remembering, because once I get in the zone when I channel, I usually just go. Well, let's find out. What's going on with Shiba Inu XRP? I'm going to go option 1, Shiba Inu. Can you tell me what's going on? And pull 2, option 2. All right. So for Shiba Inu, I have the Queen of Pentacles. So that tells me the Queen of Pentacles, there's something that's been put in the past, something tangible. So it tells me this is something financial, and I feel like this is something that will help provide for many financially. But I also have the Five of Wands. So it tells me the Five of Wands that there's some type of competition, there's some type of disagreement, there's some type of tension with the situation, some type of conflict is what I'm getting. Because I have the Sun card, which surrounds the whole reading for the Shiba Inu. So it tells me that there's something coming. So the Sun card tells me after this conflict, it's going to blossom. So it tells me that with the Sun, there's going to be very good success and celebration is coming from it. Because I have the Page of Pentacles next, so something is being manifested. It tells me that this is working. This is something is developing. It's going to develop into something more. It's going to grow, is what I'm getting with the Page of Pentacles. And then I have the Chariot. So once it starts to grow soon, it's going to take off because I have the Chariot. So it tells me things are going to pick up speed. Things are going to be in a new direction. It tells me that this is exactly what they're working towards. So it looks very good for Shiba Inu moving forward. So it tells me it's going to be something that's going to pay off for people who've invested in the past. And I have for XRP the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups tells me some type of celebration in the past. So there's something that was there, and it was a creative way, and a collaboration was there's a group, a collaboration was done. It also tells me that they were very creative in how they process or put this together. But I have the Five of Cups, so there are some regrets or maybe some things that happened. There were some disappointments and maybe a little bit of failure at the time. Maybe that could have been the SEC thing that was going on. That's what I'm kind of getting. But it tells me with the Six of Cups next that something is going to be presented in the future. And this is going to be very beneficial for all. But it tells me also that something from the past is going to come forward. So this, what they've done in the past, is going to come forward, and it's going to be very, very good. There's going to be joy that comes with this because I have the King of Wands. It tells me an entrepreneur. So somebody who this is going to be made for business. It also tells me that this is it's going to be a big picture type of coin or some type of quantum or blockchain type of technology. So it also tells me that this is it's going to be a leader with the King of Wands. It's going to be a leader of some sort moving forward in the financial realm. And they're going to overcome the challenge. So whatever the situation with that Five of Cups is going to rectify itself, and it's going to come forward. And I have the Three of Wands for the result and the future. So it tells me it's financial expansion. So it tells me this is commerce. It's going to help with commerce. So paying for things. This is going to be a huge part of it. And this is what's being prepared for us. And I feel like this is something that is meant to happen. I have the Nine of Cups holding up my reading. So contentment, luxury. So these both are going to be very successful moving forward. And it tells me your wish will come true. So hope that resonated with you, Muse. And thank you for the super chat. All right. Let's see what we got. Matthew Walker did an extensive research relating to sleep. If the info in his book, Why We Sleep, accurate? Okay, is the info in his book, Why We Sleep, accurate? If so, whoa. Matthew Walker, okay. It's Matthew Walker's Why We Sleep book. Accurate. It's written. Yes or no? Thank you for your assistance. Temperance card. Yes, very strongly. It's divine in nature. So it's, I feel you're searching, you're out searching for something. So I don't know what this book is about, but it tells me that there's something involving spirituality, ascension, growth. And I feel like you're I don't know if it's astral projection and moving along, but I feel that that's what this is going, because I have the 9 of Wands. So it tells me that this is something that you are, this is like what I'm getting this. This is faith related. I keep getting faith related. So it tells me like you're protected, or there's something going on where you're traveling. So this is something that continually happens. It's a persistent thing that happens, is what I'm getting. And I have the moon card, which is why you sleep. So you have dreams. So these dreams are some type of reality. Those are premonitions of places that you go. And I feel like this is your subconscious mind expanding with the moon card. And I have the 9 of Swords. So not all these trips are good. They're telling me that maybe sometimes there's nightmares that comes with this. There's traumas that you might see. It also tells me maybe that this, you may bring some anxieties regarding that, but also tells me like maybe there's some worry at times, and you wake up being fearful, or maybe your heart's racing, things like that. And is what I'm seeing. And I have the Magician card. So it tells me that you go to, you manifest into places. So it tells me it's a skill that we have. It also tells me like this is something that it brings clarity. So these visions, or these things that you do in your sleep, it helps in your reality with clarity and processing information. Because I have 2 of Swords. So it tells me that maybe there's some things that there's decisions. This is energy that is there's decisions that go on with this situation. So I feel others sometimes there's something being avoided. And I also feel like at times, what I mean by avoidance with the 2 of Swords, sometimes that you travel, sometimes you don't. I feel when you do travel, there's something for you to learn with this. Because I have the Queen of Wands. So it tells me to remain strong. This is a focus. So it tells me that like you're being called. It's your independence. It's kind of leaving your body for you to kind of expand within the universe. So it tells me that this is something that was focused on, and it's meant to happen. I have the 10 of Pentacles. So when you do travel, it's for you to complete things. It's to show you your past, maybe past lives at times. Also the legacy you're leaving behind. So it also tells me that this is something that is fulfillment and completion. So that's kind of what I get, DHP, and I hope so. Yes, the answer to your question is yes. So I hope that resonated with you, and thank you for the super chat. Let's find out. I'm going to grab my angel cards for you. Tomorrow, be successful. For progression. Successful to meet in the next. All right. So the first card I get is balance. Okay. So that just tells me like you're balancing hormones. You're going to be balancing. So it tells me like this is wait for the perfect timing for you to start to take care of these things, or to come off of them. You'll know when it's time, they're saying. So you're going to remain or retain your balance. Then I have the Ace of Fire. So the Ace of Fire tells me, or the Ace of Wands also tells me like, yes, you're going to be successful with this. Okay. And it tells me this is changing your life. This is time for you to change your life. And I have the King of Earth, or the King of Pentacles. So it tells me success. The things that you're doing are going to work out for you. It tells me this is meant to happen. This is the Midas touch. So it tells me the things that you're learning and you're doing is going to benefit you. It's like investing in your health. They're telling me this is going to be very successful. Then I have the King of Fire, which is the King of Wands, overcoming challenges. Overcoming challenges. So overcoming challenges. Sorry, I had a phone call. And it tells me that maybe, I don't know if you received advice from someone about this situation. So that advice was good. So it tells me they want you to focus on that. Focus on your health, continuing to overcome these challenges. Then I have the 10 of Swords, or the 10 of Air. So it tells me a completion of something. It may be a little uncomfortable when you complete this, but it will be completed, okay? So it tells me like the end of a difficult situation for you. It's an ending. So it tells me this is going to, and you're going to recover from this. I know that. Then I have the 7 of Fire. So it tells me, though, you're going to maintain this, okay? Your body's going to maintain the control, okay? So it tells me like you're choosing these battles and you're choosing them wisely. So they want to acknowledge that. And I have the 6 of Pentacles. So yes, balance. That first card was balance. 6 of Earth, or 6 of Pentacles, is balance. So it tells me like this is abundance are coming. So it tells me that the things you're going to do are going to balance out, and it's going to be, your body's going to be able to maintain itself. Okay. It may not be easy. You may feel some discomfort. You may feel some discomfort with the situation, but you will. And I have the 6 of Earth, or 6 of Fire, holding up my reading. So it tells me progress. You're going to make progress. You're going to be successful, and victory is coming. So it tells me, though, this is part of your progress. Keep moving forward, because it's going to pay off beautifully for you. So hope that resonated with you, Lauren, and I hope that, and thank you for the super chat. All right. David Wagner calling me. I'm going to text him real quick so he doesn't keep calling me. All right. And any feedback you give me in the chat. I always go back and read them all. All right. Cool. All right. Let's see what we got. Are the dark entities that are still roaming around weak enough that we can easily step on? Assuming your energy is right, of course. Energies. Are the dark energy entities roaming still weak enough that we can easily step on? Easily. 8 of Fire. So that's the 8 of Wands. So it tells me yes. So it tells me that we have the ability to remove them quickly. Okay, because our energy is increasing, and it's increasing rapidly. So it tells me that the holdup for these entities that are hanging around are going to be moving on really quickly. Then I have the Empress card. So it tells me yes. It tells me that we're able to do this. We're able to manifest this. This tells me that yes, your wish comes true, and this is telling me prosperity. So removing this. And this is part of us nurturing the world and the earth by helping remove these dark energies. Then I have the Sun card. I'm not even going to pull anymore. So absolutely, it tells me that with the Sun card. Happy outcome. Tells me joy, success, harmony. You're bringing harmony back to the universe. So yes, absolutely, that we have this ability to step on them, or is that the word to use, or remove them through your intentions if your energy is in a good place. The 7 of Swords, though, tells me like you have to, that may be, it says like I'm getting revision at times. Your plans need to be revised. So it tells me if your energy, things always are evolving. That's what it tells me, revision. So you're always evolving. And that tells me when you're in a place to be able to do that, these energies aren't even going to come around your energetic field anymore, because they've lost so much power that you're able to remove them quickly. So it tells me like just keep working on yourself with the 7 of Swords is my reading, holding it up. So it just means that these challenges that you may go through in life, as we talk about, as I mentioned, this comes back to what I mentioned, that we have to keep our energies high. So when we're called to do what God has asked us to do, our energy is in a place to be able to do that effectively and complete that obligation that you agree to do for God. So that's what this lesson, I feel, is very much in tune to that. So it tells me maintaining your control, defending yourself. That's a defense mechanism, is working on your energy, staying in the light, because that deters the dark energies. So very much so that they are weak, very much so, and they're losing strength by the day because of all the beautiful souls like yourself that are continuing to rise, elevate yourself and your energies, and beautiful things are coming. So hope that resonated with you, DHP, and thank you for the super chat. Hi, Jason. I am so freaking tired. What's the message from Spirit? Thank you. I'm going to use my ancestor cards this one. Let me see what they have. Cecilia. So tired. That's just Cecilia's home. Oh, why is she so tired? I tell you why. So I got the sun card first for me. And usually that's sunshine, success, beauty, happiness. So it tells me also with the sun, this is this is not like your regular sun card. Okay. So this sun card just tells me, like in the regular tarot deck, you've had ability since you were a child, is what I get. Because the next card I have is the seer card. So it tells me that you travel a lot in your sleep. As I just pulled for DHP, about the traveling of the sleep. So it feels like that's why you're so exhausted, is you're going beyond your body and you're traveling a lot. You're seeing situations from a higher perspective. So your energy is adjusting to that. Then I have the animal guardian. So it tells me that I feel with you is you kind of already know maybe what's going on. So it's telling me to tell you, trust your instincts, trust what you're feeling inside. Even though you may feel tired, I feel you already know that you're going through these battles in your situation. I have the guardian angel, so it tells me that you are divinely protected. And I also feel that they're telling me that you travel to help. You travel to help. So it tells me you're a guardian angel for others as well in your sleep. Then I have the hunter. So you're out hunting. So it tells me maybe you're hunting for dark. Maybe you're out there helping the children, is what I'm getting, because that sun card was the first card, which has a child on it in the traditional tarot. So it tells me, and as the hunter, that you're on the hunt. So you're tracking down these dark energies, and you're helping these children, I feel, in your sleep. Because I have traveler, once again, there you go. It's a traveler. So it tells me you're traveling in your sleep. You're constantly going, you're on missions. And then the mirror guardian. So it tells me that these things that you're doing, you're tired because this is your body's way of reflecting on the and recuperating in this realm for the things that you do in the spiritual. Then I have the white witch, because you're a light worker. That's what that's telling me. So you're a light worker and you go out and you help, you heal. You're on missions for this. And I have the winter card. So it tells me they want you to take care of yourself a little bit more when you're in this plane and you're awake. So focusing on maybe helping yourself get a little bit of rest, a little bit more, probably quieten your mind down, try to release as much stress as you can. Try to eat a little bit better. They're telling me that's what they want you to do, is focus on that a little bit more, nurture yourself. But this is your time. Your body is recuperating and it's reflecting on all the energetic missions and things that you've gone through and you've done. So that's why you're so exhausted at this time. So I hope that this resonated with you, Cecilia, and thank you for the super chat. I've been manipulating my energy and the energy around me. I've been hearing cracks, noises, and seeing things collapsing. Is that due to my energy, or is it spirit telling me to slow down a bit? Well, let's find out. I'm going to use these cards again because I haven't used them as much. They're getting lonely. DHP, been moving energy around. And things have been crumbling, falling, collapsing, cracks and noises. Is that a message? What message is that? Is that telling him to slow down? Or is that confirmation? Lisa, thank you for your assistance. So it's an Earth Guardian. So these are your guardians and your angels telling you to stay grounded and rooted. So it tells me though they want you to pump the brakes a little bit. Maybe you're expanding a little bit because I feel that you're not rooted enough for the stuff that you're doing. So that tells me that they want you to maintain that. And I have the direction guardian next. So it tells me that your guardians, once again, because the path that you're choosing, they want you to remain grounded and rooted, as I mentioned. Then the air guardian. So you have guardians everywhere around you. You're shifting your perception. That's what they just told me. Your perception is changing. The things that you're doing are changing, but they want you once again. I think it's more of to acknowledge what you're doing, but also tell you to remain grounded and rooted in this whole process. Because the snake tells me you're changing things. You're transforming. You're transforming energies around you. So it also tells me that you're shedding the old things that you used to do, your old ways. You've removed your old skin, and this is a new you. Then I have by spring. So it tells me that you're growing. So they're telling you they want you to you're moving at the pace you're supposed to, but don't push it. They're telling me don't push it too fast because they're telling me by the spring of next year you're going to really understand what's going on. And I also have with the spring card that your seeds, they want these seeds have been planted. This is confirmation for you. It's so that you see that these seeds are growing, but seeds don't grow overnight. Seeds grow slowly, so they're strong and they're beautiful and they blossom and they bloom. So that's what they're telling you that you're doing. You're transforming things around you and yourself, and you're continuing to grow, but to stay rooted and grounded. So this summer is going to be a special time for you, and I feel like you're in the light now, and they telling me that you're noticing these things, and I feel like it brings happiness to you and it's bringing you joy because of what you're experiencing. So they want you to know that they're just saying you're doing great. Don't push it too fast because you're developing this muscle memory of these things, so you become very proficient at it when you move forward. So hope they resonate with you, DHP, and thank you for the super chat. Lori Williman. Yeah, Lori, let's see what we got. Can I have a general reading? Let's have a general reading. First card I have is a Seven of Wands. So it tells me you have some challenges that you've had in your past, at least. But it also tells me that you're persevering through those challenges. And I feel maybe there was some type of betrayal in your past, or something. Somebody you feel like someone got away with something. Maybe someone tricked you. Maybe there's something going on. Okay, with that situation. But it tells me from your past though that you're moving on. You're transitioning with that Six of Swords. So you're moving on to troubled waters. Okay, so it tells me you have to leave that baggage behind. Leave the old where the old is. So it tells me you need to release this defensive energy that you have around you, I feel, because it's a protective energy that you've done for yourself. It tells me the Two of Wands. So it tells me just in general that you're making progress. Okay. So you're in a transition period. I also feel you're going to be traveling very soon. If you haven't already made travel plans, you're going to. And it tells me that you're discovering a lot about yourself from these things that have happened to you in your past. But it also tells me that This is part of your expansion. I have the Wheel of Fortune. Once again, these are turning points. So I feel like you're going to have something very beneficial for you happen in the future. Your destiny is going to be fulfilled. It tells me that you're completing karmic cycles. So these from your past, that defensive energy, the challenges that you overcame, maybe because somebody betrayed you or you felt backstabbed at times or something was going on, I feel. And I also want to tell you with the Seven of Swords, though, that they're telling me that maybe you've been working on yourself. You put a strategy into place and you've been working on yourself. And you're telling me that this is part of your transition and your expansion with that Wheel of Fortune. So this is inevitable. And I feel travel once again. This is a travel for me. And I feel like a turning point in your future is going to be a good turning point, a change of direction. Okay. And the 10 of Pentacles. So money is coming, I feel, for you in the future. It tells me financial security. It tells me your family is going to be okay. It tells me the legacy that you're leaving behind is going to be beautiful, and you're going to have great success. They're telling me for what you're going to leave for not only yourself but for others behind you. And I have the Death card holding up my reading, so that just tells me you're in a something came to an end. Or something's coming to an end and something is moving into something new, a new beginning. So it tells me that this is movement, and I also see travel in your future again. So it tells me this is a change for you. This is something that needed to happen, and you are progressing as you're expected to. So hope that resonated with you, Lori, and thank you for the super chat. I feel like I went through some type of death the last couple of days and left out. Can I have a reading? So I got the Sun card. So it tells me that you have this. That's a strong yes. That's one of the strongest yeses I can get. But it tells me though there's going to be success from this. And I have this is you're being freed. You've been freed. So it tells me whatever's been going on. Maybe you felt trapped or whatever situation is. It's not a literal death. I feel you've been freed. Your restraints have been released from you. So it tells me that you're a free spirit. So you're out and about, your spirit travels. They're telling me. So you're going to discover some things, they're telling me, when you do this. And I have the Temperance card. These are beautiful cards. So you are traveling, you are leaving, but it tells me you're there to help. And I feel because with the Temperance card, it tells me there's going to be harmony in your life again. And I feel like this is something that there's a purpose to why you're traveling. I have the Nine of Wands. There's been tests of faith, so it tells me yes. It tells me you're gearing up for something. Okay, it tells me this is to remain strong and persistent with this. And I have the Moon card. It's why you sleep. They're telling me you leave. So it tells me to release the fear and the anxieties of what you may feel is going on. This is a good thing. Okay, so it tells me your subconscious and your body is growing within you. So it tells me that you're going to have illusions. Your intuition is growing. Also tells me that you are going to get premonitions in either in your travels or you're going to remember these. And I have Nine of Swords, so it tells me don't be afraid to go to sleep. So it tells me is when you sleep. I don't know if it's anxieties or sleepless nights or some type of nightmares or something. It tells me like don't feel hopeless. This is telling me this is what you're kind of feeling. I have the Hierophant, so it tells me like you're getting divine wisdom and to trust the divine. There's mercy for you. Okay, so it tells me this is something that with the Hierophant that they want you to do. And it also tells me you're maybe traveling and fighting as well. Traveling and you're using your gifts, your divine wisdom is what I'm getting, because I have the King of Cups. So it tells me you're going to be balanced again. It tells me like you're going to control that things are being controlled by God. That's what they're telling me. This is controlled by God. The Five of Wands. So yes, there is conflicts. So it tells me maybe you travel and this is for you to travel to help with the conflicts. And the Fool. So it tells me this is a faith thing for you. But it tells me that there's going to be an opportunity for you. This is a new journey for you, and don't be afraid. The World card. So this is for you to accomplish things. Okay, this is for you. This is fulfillment, accomplishment. This is karmic cycle. It tells me that this is something that you do travel 100%. And it tells me like you're going to celebrate this. You're coming into your own, and you're going to arrive of where you're traveling to. So it tells me that your things are going to come into alignment with that, your arrival. Okay. So don't be afraid. So the Seven of Pentacles is holding in my reading. So it tells me this is something that you're going to do for long term. Okay. They're preparing you for success. And it tells me that this is something they want you to continue to work on, to not be afraid of. This is what's meant to happen, and you're divinely protected. So I hope that resonated with you, Shirley, and thank you for the super chat. I've seen people wearing Metatron Cube chains or tattoos. What does the energy do to their bodies? Well, I have the Three of Pentacles, so it tells me that there's a collaboration. There's some type of energy that's exchanged. So it tells me, though, I feel like there's learning involved. So I feel like that helps kind of trigger the learning that goes on with Metatron. I have the Ten of Pentacles, so I have good things. So it tells me abundance. It tells me success. So whatever this energy is, there's contribution, is what it's telling me. I have the Two of Cups, so there's exchange there. So it helps with the communication with Metatron or the energy. It tells me that this is something that there's a connection there. It's connected. Then I have the Ten of Cups, beautiful, divine love. Your wish comes true. That tells me alignment and fulfillment. And it tells me this is something that to show that your love and protection, it's very connected, very, very much so. And I have the King of Pentacles holding up my entire reading. So it tells me that this is a good investment for people who bought that or put that in. Also tells me that he's a leader. He's helping. He helps you with the situation with Metatron. He helps you. He's a practical. It's a practical way, or something is put in place that actually helps connect, I believe, with Metatron. So yes, very much so that there's a connection with this cube or tattoos when it comes to Metatron. So absolutely. Hope that resonated with you, DHP, and thank you for the super chat. How do we know we actually are a warrior on another higher vibration? Is a close connection with Archangel Michael calling upon him in Jesus enough to dispel the most evil spirits or entities? Feel my energy. Well, let's find out. How do we know we're actually a light warrior on another vibration, a higher vibration? And is Archangel Michael Yeshua to dispel the spirits? The Lover's card. So yes, very much so. It tells me harmony is involved when it comes to light warrior. So it tells me energy. So that you work with others when you're in higher vibrations. There's your relationship. So your higher self is a huge part of this vibration. I feel, because there's strength. There's strength in two. And I have the Eight of Swords. So it tells me, like, with that sometimes we hold ourselves back, and we are a prisoner of our own minds and our own bodies because we have fears, we have doubts, and we entrap ourselves, is what they're saying. But I have the Empress card. So the Empress card tells me, like, think we're developing. Okay, so we're being nurtured. When we're in higher realms, it tells me, like, our higher selves, our guides, they're nurturing us. Okay, they want us to accomplish these things, and you will accomplish them, is what I'm getting. I have the Eight of Pentacles, so it tells me mastership, apprenticeship. So when you go off world and higher vibrations and energies, you train. You train with higher selves. You train with ascended masters. You're an apprentice, so you're mastering things. You're mastering your skills. You're mastering yourself. This is something that you're doing, and it's repetitive. So these things have happened multiple times. So it tells me with the Five of Swords next, conflicts. So I feel very much so that when you go and you travel and the higher realms, it's to help you during these, it's to help with the spiritual conflicts that are going on between the dark and the light. But it also tells me that this is helps us in this reality to be able to overcome these types of energies and these types of deceptions and rivalries. Because I have the Five of Cups next. So it tells me maybe failures, losses. This is why you go up to ascend and you train. You're learning from your mistakes. You're learning the things when you travel about what to do and how to progress with the situation. Because the Hermit card comes up next. So it's divine in nature. It's enlightenment. This tells me like there's higher sources that are nurturing you, that are enlightening you. This is soul searching. So this is what your soul is out searching and it's growing is what I'm getting. And I have the Nine of Cups. So it tells me, yes, very much so that holding up this reading that you have, the fruits of your labor will be successful. You're going to be very content. So it tells me that this is what's meant to happen. Your wish will come true. And it tells me like content and fulfillment of your obligations is what you do. Now, the second part of your question is close connection with Archangel Michael, calling upon him and Jesus enough to dispel the most evil of spirits. Ace of Cups, without a doubt. That's the energy that flows, and there's love there. It's divine love, okay? And the Page of Pentacles, manifestation. So when you call upon them, you're manifesting them. So it tells me that, yes, they're there. That's their desire. They want to help. They will move. They have great skill to be able to do this. And you're able to manifest and remove them by just calling on their name. I have the Queen of Swords. So yes. So it tells me energy, exchange of energy. You clear the boundary is what I just got. The energetic boundary around you. It tells me sharp-minded. A warrior tells me you stand confident with what's going on. Absolutely. And then the High Priestess. So yes, you use your divine knowledge and your higher self to call upon those energies and this pure energy. I get purity. I get high morals. And that's what the energy around that you're dispelling doesn't want to do. And once again, that Knight of Cups shows me that this is your wish comes true, contentment. So it tells me, yes, very much so, that those two energies alone are strong enough to remove the most of the darkest spirits. That's usually who I call upon as well when I call them in, when I do remove dark energies from people. So hopefully that resonated with you, Absinthe Fairy. I hope that's what it says. Sorry if I butcher your username. Thank you for the super chat. Can a person who only practices in his or her mind living vertically master every type of parallel reality there is? Well, couple cards flew out. They want to talk. So I don't even have to pull anymore. So it tells me the first card is that there was 3 cards that flew out. The 10 of Cups. So yes. So it tells me you're going to master these things, okay? It tells me fulfillment. I keep getting fulfillment. But it also tells me this is something because the divine wants you to fulfill your obligations, okay? But I have the 4 of Pentacles. So it tells me there's some things, there's some knowledge that you're holding that's being held on to that you're going to unlock. You already have this knowledge inside of you, they're telling me. And it tells me that this is something that you're going to learn. You're going to let go of, okay? So it tells me control. I keep getting control. So that tells me you're able to control this reality. And I have the Strength card next. So it tells me if you focus on that, you're going to be able to master that. It tells me that if you're open to that, that you have the strength to do this and persevere. I have the 5 of Wands, though. So it tells me that you may have some tension regarding this energy. So it tells me maybe some conflict that goes on a little bit when you're learning or just learning about these things. Because I have the Four of Cups. It's when during your meditations, during when you're disconnected from the reality now, is when this happens. Is what I'm getting. And I have the Knight of Pentacles, so there has to be a routine. It has to their hard work has to go into this. So it tells me like there's something you have to develop and work on it consistently in order for you to continue to manifest it the way you want. And the Eight of Cups, so yeah, departing something. So it's departing something. So yeah, so departing maybe how you think, departing the one reality as you work into the other reality. It also tells me leaving behind something. And then the Eight of Wands, so yes, so it tells me change, movement. So you're moving along the different dimensions. Also tells me manifestation, moving quickly. So I feel as you work on this, the more you work on it, tells me you're going to be able to do this more quickly as you move forward. And then the Knight of Pentacles. So yes, the fruits of your labor, contentment, success, independence is what they're giving me. And the Two of Cups tells me your higher self is a huge part of this. This is something you're able to do because the Two of Cups is an agreement between the two, and it tells me that there's harmony involved. So I feel your higher self has a lot to do with this, but you have to focus and continue to train and build this muscle up. So hope this resonated with you, DHP, and thank you for the super chat. Jason, I am leaving my job in June to care for my granddaughter for the summer. Will I be okay financially? I see the Page of Swords, so a child is involved for sure. I have the King of Swords, so it tells me that there's a lot going on in your mind. You have a lot of racing thoughts, they're telling me, about the situation, but it tells me that there's going to be some clarity moving forward, okay? The Knight of Wands, so it tells me that this is something that they want you to, you're inspired to do this, but they're also telling me that they want you to remain inspired with your choice. There's a reason why you took the action that you did with the Knight of Wands and the Chariot. So you are traveling, you are going to leave. This is part of you departing. Okay, this is courage again. This is a courage thing for you. This is a test of faith. They tell me you were determined to do this, and it tells me this is going to be a new. The actions you took are going to bring you into a new direction, and they're going to start to come. Things are going to pick up speed for you with the Chariot card. I have the Three of Swords, so it tells me the Three of Swords in your future that there may be some loss of your finances, but the Two of Pentacles tells me you're going to adapt. Okay, so the loss of your swords, of your finances at this because of your job by you departing, it tells me that there's going to be some loss of what you're used to, but it tells me you're going to adapt to this situation with the Two of Pentacles. But yes, once you adapt to this situation and learn how this is going to be without that income, it tells me you're going to be very successful. So I feel Six of Wands is coming up with definitely you're going to be successful. So it tells me things are going to progress for you to remain confident. You've been led to do this. And it tells me that this is going to be a victory for you. Okay. And the Ace of Cups tells me, holding up my whole reading, yes, this is done out of love. I feel somebody asked you to do this, maybe to come help. This was done, and you're doing this out of love. So this is going to flow for you. So it tells me that you're going to adjust because you're not only that, you're moving. You're adjusting where you live, and it tells me there's some things that you're going to balance and adjust to. But it tells me absolutely that you're going to be successful with it. The Ace of Cups tells me this was divine in nature, and that this what was proposed to you is going to be beneficial for you moving forward. So yes, I feel that you will be okay moving forward. Okay. Hope that resonated with you, and thank you for the super chat. Take any money I submit as a super chat and help a veteran. Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you confirm for me my level of intuition, as I can get it on other people, but can't get answers for myself? There's a reason for that. I don't pull for myself either, because our energy affects the outcome. So that's the reason why you get it for others easier than yourself. But I'm going to look for you what your level of intuition is. Sharon Fairchild's level of intuition. So you can give me any feedback on your intuition is, and I'll actually be able to read for others or get information for others and not yourself. So the Wheel of Fortune comes up first. This is a change for you, okay? This is part of your life cycle that you're going through. So it tells me like this is a turning point, and this is something that your energy is unpredictable at this point. So that's the reason why you're having a hard time with opening your gift for you at times and just getting for others. So it tells me it's kind of unpredictable, but it tells me this is good for you. You're learning. This is something, a turning point. Because I have the Queen of Swords. So it tells me your energy, your energetic boundaries. So it tells me the Queen of Swords that you're going to have clarity with this. Okay. And I feel like this is something that your energy, once it's opened, enough that you're going to be able to get some answers even for yourself. So you're learning. This is growing. You're going to get direct communication from spirit is what I just got. And I have the High Priestess card. So it tells me you're very in tune. You have a lot of divine knowledge. You have divine feminine energy. So it tells me your sensitivity is going to increase. Okay. So it tells me, though, that they want you to remain pure with it. Like, don't force it. They want you to just trust that things are moving along as they are. And I have the Knight of Swords. So it tells me, though, that you're going to, things are going to start to pick up speed with that Knight of Swords. Okay. So you're going to be driven to succeed. All right. So you're going to start to develop things. You're going to think quicker. So it's going to come to you quicker is what I'm getting as you move forward. But what you're going to receive, just so you know, you may see some things. Your anxiety levels may change. Don't be fearful, because I feel maybe some of the things you're going to learn and get may cause you to have sleepless nights. You may even get nightmares at times because your spiritual gifts are opening. Don't be afraid. Okay. You're protected. I have the seven. That's exactly right. See, so Seven of Wands is my next card. So it tells me you're protected. You're surrounded by good energy as you go through this knowledge and you're learning. Okay, so it tells me you're well defended. You're going to maintain that control. Then the Empress card. So it tells me you're going to be able to do this for others. You're growing. So it tells me nurturing. There's this your gift that you're going to have. They're nurturing it. The spirit, God, and universe is nurturing your gift, but you're going to be able to nurture others. This is you're going to develop more skills as you go. Okay, this is part of your evolution that's meant to happen. Okay, you're going to be very accomplished. So right now with the Four of Pentacles, you're holding on to things. I don't know if that's insecurities or things that you are trying. They want you to let go of those things. You're holding on to something. I feel like maintaining control for you is a big thing, and I feel like you need to let it go and just give it to God. And even if it's scary, they're telling, that's what I had to do to finally really open up my gifts, is just tell God and the universe, no matter if I'm scared or not, at times what I see or what I get, just don't slow it down. Let it continue to flow, and that's exactly what it's done. So I feel that's what the message is for you is. Don't be afraid. Release these fears, these doubts, and just kind of let these things go, because you are opening your gifts and they're blossoming. So you're developing. They're telling me they're helping you nourish and nurture you as this development goes. But you're very well protected. So hopefully that resonated with you, Sharon, and thank you for the super chat. The question is, will the RV happen this month? So for some of you who may not know, RV is revaluation of currencies. Ooh. I got the Emperor card. That's usually my God card, but that also could be a leader out and about. So it tells me it's a good possibility that's a yes card for me. Then I have the Ace of Pentacles, so it's within the next month. I feel within the next month we may see some of this RV. So it tells me something new is coming. It tells me abundance, and it tells me it's tangible. So I feel a leader will is going to have something to do with this, and I feel like this is a focus. This is going to be a focus on the financial system, is what I'm getting in prosperity. And then I have oh geez, I'm not even going to pull any more. I got the Ace of Swords, victory, clarity. So I feel, and those are two ones that it's a very good opportunity that this within the next month here that we may see some change in the RV for sure. And I feel like this is something that needs to happen. So it tells me that this to bring stability for this for the world. And I feel with the Eight of Pentacles holding up my reading that this is something that's been worked on for a long time. This is something that is tangible. Pentacles are tangibles for me. Finances, home, car, love, whatever it is, something tangible. So it tells me very much so that this has been worked on for some time. And it tells me that this is something that will be put into place that is inevitable. It's coming. So it tells me what I'm getting today is that's the plan. That's the plan within the next month that the RV will come more into the light for people to maybe redeem some of these RV certificates and foreign currencies and so forth. So that's kind of what I'm getting at this point. So it's a very good opportunity and possibility. Yes, JM Smith. So hope that resonated with you, and thank you for the super chat. All right. I am using the energy found in a specific genre of music to manifest something within. Just want the card's confirmation. All right. I got the Magician card. So you're the magician. The you have all the tools in the toolbox. So it tells me you're taking actions though. So whatever you're doing, this is it's helping you create the reality that you have. So it tells me though that this has been you've wanted to do this. This is exactly what you've been doing. I have the Two of Swords. So it tells me though that you've had some decisions to make. Maybe things haven't moved as fast as what I'm getting, but it tells me though that you've made some difficult decisions from your past. I have the King of Cups. So it tells me with the King of Cups, like you're controlling things better. Your emotions is what the biggest thing for you was, I feel, from your past. So it tells me that this is you're balancing yourself more, okay? You're becoming more empathic. That's what it's telling me. It's your energies, you're feeling energies more. And you're starting to grow. Because I have the Three of Wands. So it tells me you're expanding. This is expanding your energy out into the universe. Okay. And it tells me that I don't know if you're trying to see things maybe in a different timeline, like almost like a um, not astral projection, but it's like viewing, remote viewing. I don't know if you're working on that or something, but I keep seeing maybe you're trying to remote view possibly if that's what you're working on. Because I have the Ace of Wands, it tells me that you have an urge to create, and it tells me a new beginning. So it tells me you're learning this, you're growing. So it tells me unlimited potential for you. So this is your desire, and you're putting the energy into place. And they said the actions you're taking are going to be very manifested for you. And it's regarding energy fields, the Queen of Swords. So it tells me your perception will change. So you're going to perceive things. I don't know what it is. I keep getting maybe remote viewing or something like that. I keep getting. So, and it's a communication. You're going to be able to, or communicate with telepathy. Something along that line is what I'm kind of getting. I have the Tower card though. So I feel with the Tower card, you're going to have things revealed to you. So I don't know what this means. Revelations. There's some things that you're releasing though. So it tells me before you're able to grow with this, that you're releasing things. Okay. It's letting things go so they can flow is what I'm getting. And the Three of Pentacles. So yes, you're building things. You're building it up. Okay. So you're collaborating with this musical frequency. And it tells me that this is something that you're learning about yourself and learning what to do. So with the Two of Cups tells me another energy is involved. Either it's communication or it's remote viewing, something like that. But I feel your higher self is very, very much involved with this situation. So I'm not sure exactly what it is. That's what I'm kind of getting for you. And I don't know if that's what you're kind of manifesting, but that's what I'm picking up on, DHP. And I'd love to get some feedback for what you are maybe looking to do with your energy, if you don't mind sharing. So, because that's what I'm picking up, and hopefully it resonates with you. And thank you for the super chat. Is Cliff High's timeline the one we are currently on, or is that his own timeline? Let's find out. Cliff High's. I get currently, yes, that could be the timeline we're on because I have the Lover's card from the past. So it tells me alignment of timelines, okay? And I have the Eight of Swords though, so it tells me things have been held back. But there's a lot of negativity when it comes to that timeline as I get imprisonment in that timeline. But I have the Judgment card, so it tells me maybe things are going to turn. This timeline is going to change because I feel an awakening is happening. I feel redemption is coming. I feel there's going to be mercy coming from God for his beautiful sons and daughters. There's judgment and a rebirth is coming. So it tells me something's going to, the timeline from the past is yes. We were on that timeline with his, but things are changing because I have the Three of Cups. So that means we're going to move into a better timeline. One was celebration. One where we're able to collaborate with happiness, friendship, love. And then I have the Hanged Man. So it tells me like we're going to be letting go of that timeline. So it tells me also there's going to be some change that happens. It also tells me we're releasing something, releasing of that timeline, a releasing of the old, a new perspective. All of our self-sacrifice are going to pay off because I have the Nine of Wands. So it tells me that we've been tested. It tells me we're gearing up for something. Okay, so it tells me to remain strong. And this is what we're doing. We're moving forward because the Strength card comes out literally when I said remain strong. The next card was the Strength card. So it tells me this is look inside. We're going to be open. We're very loved and guided. So it tells me to the focus moving forward is going to be one of love, one of compassion, and it tells me that this is a lot of inner work is being done and will be done even for others in the future because of the conflicts that we're going to see with the Five of Wands. So strife, conflicts, competition, disagreements. But the King of Wands tells me overcoming these challenges, tells me protection, tells me we're going to have a different vision, tells me finances with entrepreneurship, tells me growth, maturity. We're maturing as a race because I have the Magician card holding up my reading. So it tells me that this is what's being manifested. We're changing the timelines with the manifestations that we have. We have the skills to change the timeline. So I feel Cliff Highs was in the past, but I feel that we're changing this timeline every day with the more knowledge that we come across, the more we communicate, the more that our vibes stay high. As we mentioned, when you're called to do what God has asked you to do, because you will be called, your energy needs to be in a place for that. So we are changing this. This is absolutely us. We are acting as God or through God with his power. So that's how powerful and strong we are. And thank you for the super chat, Jules. And I hope that that resonated with you. My husband, Rich, wants to know if his current work is about to end or change. If so, will it be for retirement? Let's find out. Rich is worried about the change. Is it for retirement? Yes or no? Funny. I got the lover's card. Tells me yes. I feel a union. I feel it so you guys can rekindle your love and your relationship together. Tells me strength. So I feel he's going to have a transition period that he's going to kind of rely a little bit on you as well for some of your strength. I have the magician card, so it tells me the actions he's taken. So I feel that's a maybe card. So it tells me that he's creating the reality that he wants. So it tells me he's going to have more clarity moving forward as well. Then I have the Two of Cups. So yes, they're going to present him something. So I feel maybe a proposal is going to come that's going to be presented to him. Okay, and it tells me that he's going to be there's going to be something that is going to be connected to this job. So it also tells me attraction to you and him. So I feel it's God's way of saying for him to spend more time at home with the family. I have the Nine of Pentacles. So, yes, I get strong. Yes, he's going to be independent. So, it tells me he is going to retire. And it tells me, or he's going to move into something where he's just going to work himself, whatever he wants to do with that, because it tells me there are going to be rewards from this work that he's done. It tells me the fruits of his labor are coming true. So, it tells me possibly retirement is what I'm getting. And the Ace of Swords. So, yes, success. So, it tells me, yes, he's going to have that. He's going to have a breakthrough when it comes to the situation. Okay. So he's going to have very good success. He's been successful in the past with the things that he's done with you. And the manifest, and I have the Page of Pentacles. So he's going to have something presented to him. He's going to be financially okay because he's got a lot of great skills. I don't know what he did, but it tells me that that's his desire. He wants to retire is what I'm getting. So that's what he's been manifesting this. So it tells me that yes, he is going to have it. And he's going to be okay financially is what I'm getting for you guys. So tell Rich things are going to change very much so. Okay. So it tells me that he's been manifesting this. So it tells me he's going to be presented something from the company and he's going to have an option. And I feel like he's going to take the retirement option. So I hope that resonated with you, Jules and Rich. And thank you for the super chat. Joe T, thank you. 111. I hope that's. I'm going to look to see. Make sure I didn't miss any questions from you because I know sometimes we have problems. If that's just for a super donation or super chat, thank you very much. Light and love to you. Light and love to you. And I'll look if there's any question that you want read later on. Just let me know. Okay, Joe T. Appreciate it. Barron Trump celebrated his 17th birthday on March 20th. Is this a spiritual beginning for him? What's in store for his life at 17? I'm going to tell you some info. I wish I could. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not even going to mention what I got because I had a hard time pulling those cards. When it comes to Jesus, Mary Magdalene, and God and being here, I can tell you one thing that they're here, all of them. So, but I had a hard time pulling cards. So, when it comes to some of the messages that they wanted to send to me at the time, but I can tell you, God is here as a young male. I did get that. He's working through a young male. So, and I got that Jesus is here on this plane as a female, and Mary Magdalene is here on this plane as a male. Just what I got. Because when we come back, we can switch. It's for our balancement. So for our balancement, our balance. Sometimes we come back as male for divine masculine. Sometimes we come back as female for divine feminine. So it's so we can balance the soul and balance the energies. I feel that's what's going on right now. I feel God is here as a young male. Well, let's find out. Is this a spiritual beginning for Barron Trump on his birthday, 17th birthday in March? What's in store for his life at 17? There's big things coming for him. I know that. So yes, two of wands. So it tells me this is part of this has been planned. This is all a plan. So he's going to discover things. He's going to be leaving. He's going to be traveling. So he's going to be leaving home, I feel, when he's 17. So he's going to be, I feel he's been traveling already from his past. I feel he's a time traveler. He's traveled the world. He's traveled off world is what I'm getting. I have the 10 of cups. So it tells me he's divinely loved. I keep getting this so much. Harmony. He's here to bring harmony and peace and put things into alignment. I keep getting that. So it tells me he's going to fulfill his obligations that were brought. I have the seven of swords, so it tells me with the seven of swords, there's a strategy that's been they're putting into place, things that have been done because of the betrayal that God is being betrayed. I get, and I feel like this is why that God is working through all of us in some way, and I feel like it's because this is time for us with a plan He put into place in order to move forward. And I have the seven of pentacles, so it tells me he's learning things from a different he thinks differently, he sees things from a higher perspective, he's very smart. Tells me this is something that they've been working on, seeds have been well planted, so it tells me this is for long term. He's been working on this for a long time and the seeds have been well planted. And I have the Fool card. So the Fool card tells me bringing something new. So he is here absolutely to bring something new to us. So it tells me faith, something faith driven is coming. Okay, and there's an opportunity for this in the future. And the Chariot, he does travel all the time. He's here to move things along. He's here to change things and turning them into a new direction. Okay, we're departing the old. Okay, so it tells me progress and action. The Three of Swords, because of the heartbreak and the loss and the fear and all this stuff that's been going on and the hurt. And the Two of Swords, so there's a lot of difficult decisions that have been going on behind the scenes. So there's some decisions he's going to make moving forward as well. And the King of Cups, he's a leader. He's a king of some sort. So, and I also feel like he's supported by another leader that's very, very emotional. He's emotionally balanced. He's very diplomatic too when it comes to this. And it tells me he's empathic, very empathic. He feels energies. I have the Five of Swords, so there's conflicts going on. There's a lot of competition and rivalry. So I feel it's a fight between the good and the dark. But I have the Nine of Cups. We've already won. He's helping succeed. Contentment tells me bringing luxury and gratitude. People are going to be very gracious. He's also very gracious about what's going on and stability. Page of Swords. He's young. And it's something he's having to do with the children as well. So I feel like he communicates. He's able to communicate in a special way. And the Six of Wands. So yes, he's going to be brought out into the public more. He's going to have more of a public view in the front moving forward. He's helping bring success and victory. So this is a transition point for him. He's learning, he's growing, and he's moving things along as what God has directed him to do for his mission at this time. So hopefully that resonated with you, and thank you for super chat. Thank you. Dream I had walking in a hall, looked back and looking at us were ETs with big eyes. What was that about? I've seen ETs a lot too. Well, not recently. I actually got a vision of ETs while I was in Texas. Believe it or not, it was quick though. A few flashes to me, and then it was gone. But yes, let's find out, Sonia. So it tells me Nine of Pentacles. So it tells me that you were by yourself. I get that with once again in your dream. So it tells me that this was something that they wanted to manifest to you because I have the Ace of Swords. So it tells me it's a breakthrough moment. Okay. It tells me it was, they were very clear when you saw them. It was very, very like I mentioned, this clarity. I see that you know this. The Four of Pentacles. So it tells me this is something that to let you know that things are okay. Okay. That's what it means to me. I feel with the Four of Pentacles, like security to tell you things are okay. They're kind of watching over you, I feel, and watching over us. So that's what they're telling me. I have the Tower card. So it also tells me when you're seeing things that it's they're revealing themselves to you. It was a revelation. And I feel it was very disruptive to you in a way, because I feel it took you back a little bit with that. But the Ten of Pentacles tells me this is okay. This revelation for you that was a little bit disruptive is going to be very good for you. This is telling you that they're helping in the mission. So that's what this was for. This message was saying they're contributing. This is part of their help. They're here to help. And it tells me for long-term success, okay? And the World card, they're here to help the world. They're off-worlders. They're telling you that things are coming, things are being completed. And also tells me this is a turning point. And it tells me that you travel. So they travel to you and you travel to them as well. So it tells me that they're going to be, things are going to be attained and fulfilled. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune. So they came to you to tell you that a turning point is coming, but for the better. Okay. For all of not only you, and destiny is coming for the world. Okay. A turning point, a change. So they're telling you that that flash that you saw that was very, very real to you is telling you that we're here. They didn't say anything, but they're there in this hall to say that we're there. We're protecting. We're off-worlders. We're here to help. We've been helping in the background. Okay, so they're helping us secure our future is what I'm getting. So I hope that resonated with you, Sonia, and thank you for the super chat. Intuitively Moniqueness question. JR asked if Moses stole the ark from the king's chambers. Did Moses steal the ark from the king's chambers? Two of Wands. Yes, it was planned. So it tells me travel. It was planned to travel, is what this was originally for. And the Ten of Cups. So yeah, it tells me it was divinely guided. So Moses was divinely guided for this. So it tells me like fulfillment with this obligation. So I feel like it was a dream. It came to him in a dream, in a vision, is what I'm getting. I have the Seven of Swords because they were going to find out that they were going to be betrayed with the situation, or he betrayed someone. So he was sneaky. He was sneaky when it came to this. And the Three of Cups, he worked with many to help regarding this. And it was celebrate. So he had friends and collaboration with the Three of Cups. So it tells me it was to help many around the community. So there was celebration from this. And the Hanged Man. So it tells me that it was a change. Okay, so a change. So it tells me it was for him. They released this boat. So they released it from the king, as you asked. So it tells me he was enlightened during this situation. So this vision that came to him in his sleep, or this vision and when he was awake, I feel that it was when he had a vision and it told him what to do. So, and God said, surrender this. And that's what happened. He surrendered his fears and his doubts, and the vision came to him, and they did. He had a new perspective of what he needed to do. He had clarity, because I had the Eight of Pentacles. So it tells me he had very high standards. So that's why God used him. He also understood he was a carpenter as well. So he was able to work around the boat if needed be. And I feel like this was something that he needed to do. Okay. He needed to do it because he was some type of apprenticeship, apprentice for God. He was using Moses as an apprentice because there was a test of faith coming with the Nine of Wands. So he told everyone this is a test of faith. So he did come with this. So it tells me that they were gearing up for something. God said, you're gearing up for something that's happened. They're going to happen. That's not going to be good, but it's going to be a test of faith. And he got it once again, either in a vision, It was presented to him from God. He was contemplating a lot for this. So he had it during like a vision, a meditation, or a sleep, something. I keep getting that. And the Queen of Wands. So it tells me that he worked. He worked on this. It was a focus of God's, and he focused on this. And it tells me he wanted him to remain strong and be determined to be successful with this, because that's what happened. Because I have the Ace of Pentacles holding up my reading, so it tells me God presented this to him as a gift for those who were believers, and it was something that God gave to him in a vision to trust, and he used it. And it was something that paid off very, very much so for the ones that were around on the arc. So hope that resonated with you, Moniqueness and DHP. Thank you for the super chat. Question. On Mother's Day evening, Ginny and I were sitting in the yard with a fire. And at 10:10, interesting number, p.m., we saw lights in the sky. Were the line of lights a cloaked ship? There was no noise. With the line of lights. We saw. Sure. Yes, I feel it was the military. It was military. It was a military craft that showed themselves to you, or you saw the lights of. And the Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. So it tells me off-world traveling. It was while it was traveling. So it tells me it was something that they wanted to show you. Okay, it was visual for you. It's to show you that things are making progress. So and you're making progress. And I have the Lover's card, so it tells me that they wanted you to know that everything is okay. You have a relationship, so whoever these are, there's strength. They wanted to show you it was a sign of strength. It also tells me that it was a choice of theirs. So because you were in alignment for them to show you that, and it was time for you to see it. And I have the Nine of Wands next. So it tells me that, yes, it was something to show you that to not worry. Okay. So it tells me like things are progressing. We're almost there. So that's what it tells me here when it comes to the Nine of Wands. But I have the Five of Pentacles. So it tells me maybe some worries going on in the world, whatever the situation was or is going on. So tell me that there's something that's been going on. Okay. So this is what they prepared for you so you could see it. Because of what's going on, the loss, the fears, the doubts, I feel it was brought to you to inspire you with the Page of Wands. So it tells me it was inspirational. And it was discovered. They wanted you to see, hey, we're here. And I feel like it was something for you to do to bring excitement to you, to say, what is that? So it kind of helped revive your ability and revive your love and your energy a little bit, because I have the Temperance card. It was meant to happen in divine timing, okay? And it was to show you that there's things going on behind the scenes we don't see. But it also told me that to let you know that to remain calm, not worried about some things that have been going on, tells me that this is something for you to remain calm and hopeful for, okay? It was meant to happen because I have the Nine of Swords. So that tells me maybe you've had some very sleepless nights. Maybe energies have been off the charts for you. So it was a way to kind of calm your mind to say that there are things working on our behalf. And they happen to show you for, I feel like, to kind of help you, inspire you from when you're having these down energies and maybe these anxieties and the fears about what's going on in the future, or even the sleepless nights because the energy is maybe so high or you're having racing thoughts. It was their way to kind of bring you that clarity and a little bit of that inspiration to say, hey, did I really just see that? So it was a show me moment for you. So I hope that resonated with you, beachgoer, and thank you for the super chat. A state of bliss. I'm going to get my angel cards. All right. Just give me some insight for a state of bliss. I'm trying to find a sanctuary so that you can be able to the business. Each she's here for. What insight would you like to give her regarding that moving forward? Thank you for him. Oh. Eight of Cups, or the Eight of Water. Okay, so it tells me you're leaving home. You're moving on. So you are going to move. Okay, so it tells me you're going to depart something, but also tells me that there's spiritual and emotional growth that's happening right now. Okay, that's what they're telling me. So, and the Ace of Pentacles tells me something is coming for you, something tangible with the Ace of Pentacles, or Ace of Earth. So it tells me abundance is coming for you, something tangible, a new home, a new business, a new revenue stream is coming. Okay, so there's going to be something. 6, 6, 1, 6, 7. Now it's a call from my daughter. So tells me a business venture is coming for you. Okay, something new. It tells me you're going to be making some decisions. Okay, and they're going to be very good ones for you. I have the Five of Pentacles, so it tells me there's fears about money. It tells me be open to release those fears. Okay, others may help you, whatever the situation might be. You're uncertain of your employment, of your self-employment. That's what I'm getting with the Five of Earth. So let go of that fear. Then I have the Page of Swords. So it tells me that you have challenging, there's delays going on with that Page of Swords. Okay, so you're changing your plans a little bit. That's what they're telling me. So you're going to start to change, and I feel these plans that you're going to adjust a little bit will be very successful, because I have the Four of Swords. So it tells me that this is time for you to kind of retreat. This is what I keep getting. You're getting spiritual and emotional growth. So this is telling me that meditation, and this tells me quieting your mind. This is what telling me is when you're meditating or when you're quieting your mind is when you get the most clarity. This is the part of what's going on right now. But it tells me that there is something coming in your future. But there's just time for you to work on your spiritual and emotional growth. So when you do open this opportunity, this business, you're going to be able to be in a better place than you are now. Because I have the King of Fire. So it tells me that this is your focus. This is what you're meant to do. Okay. So it tells me you're going to be able to communicate. You're going to help others. You're going to be a leader in this. This is something you're going to be meant to do when you say help. So I feel like this is something with the King of Fire, the King of Wands, that you're going to overcome this obstacle, these fears. Okay, and you just can stand strong, because I have the Ten of Swords, or the Ten of Air. So the end of a difficult situation is coming for you. Okay, that's what they're telling me. So embrace this change. That's what they're telling me right now. It seems scary, but you need to embrace this change because it's part of your growth, is what they're telling me. Okay, you're going to recover from this. Then I have the Seven of Fire, or Seven of Wands. So it tells me you're going to be you're maintaining control of this. Okay, so it tells me that stand what you believe, stand your ground, continue to work on yourself, continue to persevere. Because I have the Six of Pentacles, or the Six of Earth. So something is coming for you financially. Okay, so it tells me whatever you give in energy or whatever you're getting, you're going to get something in return that's going to be very beneficial for you. But I feel like a new career is coming for you. Something is coming for you that's going to be very balancing, and I feel like you're going to be able to take care of the needs that you need to take care of. I have the Four of Fire, or the Four of Wands, celebration, a homecoming. So you will get a new home. Okay. It tells me abundance. You're going to be very content with what you're doing. Okay. Happy home life. So it tells me that you're going to complete this project that you're working for. So the Six of Water, or the Six of Cups, tells me that joy is coming. Something is going to be presented to you. It's already been manifested from your past. It's just going to come when it's supposed to come in divine timing. Okay. So it tells me happy memories, joy, tells me success, and something will come. The gift will come to you when it is time. But it tells me that things are moving forward for you. You're going to have a new home, and I feel the business is going to take off when it's time. But this is part of your growth right now, and that's the reason why that this is going to progress as you work and your energy gets to that point. Things are going to open up and flow for you with divine ease, is what I'm getting. So, hope that resonated with you, a state of bliss, and thank you for the super chat. New things are appearing when I meditate. I normally see purple, gold, and white swirls, but now I am seeing visualization. Was I given a gift of remote viewing? Wow, amazing. I believe so, my friend. Let's find out. Was Dennis given the gift of remote viewing? What the visions he's seeing. So yes, you were. So it tells me that this is a transition point for you. You're moving along the journey with the Eight of Cup or the Eight of Water. So it tells me this is part of your spiritual growth once again. Okay. So, and I also get the Ace of Pentacles again. So it tells me that this is something that's coming to you. So it tells me that this is a gift that's been God has given to you. It's a gift. So it tells me that you're growing. This is something that's promising for you. You're growing, it's expansion. And the Ace of Cups or the Ace of Water. So it tells me that this is a resurgence of something. So this is a resurgence of this is you're learning about this again because you've done this many times, I feel. Once again, spiritual growth. This is part and enhanced intuition. So you're opening more gifts. That's why I feel you've been very tired lately. And I feel this is something that you're doing. This is things are going to start to flow for you as you open. And then I have the ego card. So the ego card is usually the 15 is tells me that's the devil card, but not in a bad way. So it tells me that the chains that you've been associated with, you've been held back. You're breaking free of these chains. Okay, so it tells me like a false sense of entrapment for you. So you've held yourself back at times, and now you're kind of trusting and believing a little bit more, and things are growing. Okay. And the dreamer card, which is the fool card. So it tells me you do travel. You have the ability to do that. You've been tested. Your faith has been tested. But it also tells me that you're getting unexpected things. Like you're going to unexpected places. You're getting these things that are going to come to you, going to be kind of unexpected. Like, whoa, did that just happen? That's what I keep getting. So it's telling me that you are this like a dream state. I'm getting is when you do travel. And the Knight of Earth. So yes, it's going to be a routine of yours. Tells me it's going to take some hard work. Tells me this is something that you're going to take responsibility for. It also tells me like um, you're honoring your commitments to God. That's what I'm getting. Okay, and you're a guardian angel for people. That's what I keep getting with the Knight of Earth. And then I have the King of Air, the King of Swords. So it tells me that you're going to balance this. So you're going to get mental clarity with this. And I feel your emotions and your mental status are kind of becoming more in alignment, is what I'm getting, is why you're getting this situation. Then I have the Knight of Cups or the Knight of Water. So you're following your heart. Things are being proposed to you. You're getting visions that are coming to you. Okay, it's meant to happen. You're a knight in shining armor, so this remote viewing, you're able to come in, you're able to see things, and you're able to move along pretty easily. You're going to grow more and more where you're going to be able to do this. It's going to be a routine of yours, and you're going to be very good at it when you are. So this is something that you're resurgence. You're bringing it back from your past. You've already done this many times, so. Hope that resonated with you, Mr. Dennis, and thank you for the super chat. Status update of my father's estate case, please. More stuff has happened and it's turned very interesting and very confusing. All right, let's find out. What can you tell me about what it's going to look like moving forward? Resistance. No more super chats. Let me have to change this banner. Okay, cool. All right, Damien, let's see what we get. I asked how this was going to go moving forward for you. The Sun card, joy, happiness, success. Okay, so it tells me this. There's even though things have been brought, a happy outcome is coming. Okay, it tells me to have confidence. And then the Chariot. So things are moving in a direction. Okay, things are changing speed. They're going to start to pick up speed, and they're going to start to flow to you. Okay, so it tells me that there's going to be something brought out publicly or like to the group so everyone knows of what's going on. It's going to be a turning point and an achievement is coming. Then the Hermit card. So it tells me like this is something that you're learning. You're learning a lot about yourself. You're learning a lot about what's going on. There's going to be a spirit. This is a spiritual, tells me an awakening and enlightenment. So you're going to be enlightened to what's going on. So it tells me this is discovery is coming. You're discovering a lot about yourself and other things that are going on around you. Then I have the Four of Fire, the Four of Wands. So it tells me celebration, something related to your family. Okay. You're going to be happy, joy. Okay. So it's a happy homecoming, contentment. You're going to be at peace as you move forward. Okay. And abundance is coming for you. You're going to have a happy, successful end to this project. I have the Eight of Fire, the Eight of Wands. So it tells me news is going to come to you in the future. And I feel like maybe in the next few weeks that you're going to start to see some things, some news come to you. Things are going to start to pick up speed. Okay. So I feel like once they pick up speed, things are kind of really going to start to go pretty quickly. And then the Empress card. So nurturing. So it tells me that your father's estate is something that it's going to be fulfilled. Your dream will come true. It tells me your wishes come true. It tells me contentment. Things are evolving. Okay. It tells me things are growing. They're going to come to things are going to be accomplished for you. And this is what's meant to happen. I got the Nine of Fire. You're almost there. Okay. This is a test of faith. This is, they want you to remain courageous. Okay. Tells me last stand. You're almost there. And this is something that don't give up. It tells me this is where we're almost at the end point and you're almost there. Okay. The Star card, happy times. So this is going to be great for you. So you're almost there. So they want you to remain hopeful, remain calm. Okay. It tells me happy times are moving forward for you. Okay. Things are moving along on the path the way they're supposed to. Okay. So it tells me long-term plans. You're going to be able to make long-term plans with this situation. So I got the Nine of Swords. Okay. That tells me the Nine of Swords is a prisoner of your own mind. It tells me fear, tells me anxieties, tells me maybe some sleepless nights about some of these things. It tells me that they want you to let go of those fears and those doubts because you're almost there. This is a test of faith for you. And this is seeing how strong you are. But you're almost at the end, Damien. Okay. So things are going to work out beautifully for you. And just stay in the light. God has a plan and it is working exactly to God's plan. Hope that resonated with you. Thank you for the super chat. Let's find out. Sharon. Why does Sharon dream of snakes? And then remembers them during the day. She doesn't like snakes. Why is she seeing these and remembering the snakes during the day? Please and thank you. Okay. They're manifesting to you for a reason. Okay. Because I get the Page of Pentacles. So it is being presented to you in visions. Okay. And what's happening with the star card, though, believe it or not, that's a good omen that you're seeing those snakes. It's telling you because you're fearful of them in this reality. So they're showing you so you can overcome that fear and to remain calm and hopeful when the situation. So things are changing. A renewal is coming. That's what they're telling you. Rejuvenation. This is a spiritual battle, and they're telling you that you're growing from this. I have the 7 of Wands, so it tells me that yes, every much you have tension, and it brings you tension from this. Like the reason why, because this is your ability to maintain control of what's going on. So that's what they're telling you, that you're in control of the situation. So it tells you that you're persevere through this situation. The 4 of Wands tells me like there's going to be celebration from this. Okay, you're gonna be successful and happy when it comes to this overcoming this. That's what it's telling me with the snake. So it's just kind of keeps coming to you in a vision to see how your energy is reacting to it is what I'm getting. Because I have the Knight of Swords, so it tells me that it bothers you. You have nightmares from it, and it tells me this is fear. Sometimes I feel like a little bit of hopelessness or even anxiety from it during the daytime. That's what they're telling me. And they have the Knight of Wands. So it tells me that they want you to continue to work on your energy with that Knight of Wands. So it tells me to remain fearless. Okay. Do not fear. That's what they're telling you. That's why they keep presenting to you, because the 3 of Wands tells me that this is to help you grow. This is part of your preparation. Okay. It's telling you you're making progress. Do not be afraid. Okay. You're getting these visions. Okay. You're going to continue to get them. But it's telling you it's part of your expansion for consciousness. And the Lover's card. So you're going to be in harmony again. Okay. Your higher self, your guides, they're the ones that are helping you around. You're protected. Okay. So they're telling you this is something they want you to do. You're finding strength from this. This is becoming you're going to be strong from this. And the 9 of Wands, this is a test of faith. I keep getting that a lot tonight. So it tells me like to stay strong. That's why you're seeing these things, because you're afraid of them. The 3 of Cups. So this is your guides are doing this, and so is God. So it tells me you're going to overcome this. Celebration, happiness is helping you move forward and fulfill your obligation. And then the Empress card is holding in my reading. So it tells me you're going to be successful. This is part of your evolution, part of your growth, and you will accomplish this. You're going to be. They want you to nurture yourself. They also want you to not be fearful and be practical as you're doing. Let go of this stuff. Let go of these fears. You're very well protected. You have divine feminine knowledge and energy. So they want you to continue to use that. You're very well protected. Your guides are watching over you very, very closely. This is their way of you overcoming a fear and your doubts. That's why they show you something you're afraid of. So I hope that resonates with you, Sharon, and thank you for the super chat. Double-edged sword. Thank you, Sarah. Let me see if there's any questions that you might have that I may have missed. Thank you for the super chat. Much love, much love. All right. Who was the voice that told me to go be with my brothers when I was in my music studio after contemplating should I stay home with my wife or go be with my brothers? This is on 7420. Who told Double-Edged Sword to go be with his brothers on July 4th, 2008? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I have the 3 of Pentacles first. So it tells me it wasn't just one. I feel like you had multiple energies around you, multiple guides. It could have been something like you collaborate with these energies a lot. So it tells me maybe a guide of yours, or maybe an angel, an archangel that's around you all the time. So it tells me this is something they wanted. I don't know if there's 2 of your brothers, I'm getting, or because, or three of your brothers possibly, because I have the Three of Wands next. So it tells me that they wanted you to travel. Okay, so it tells me this is something that it was an opportunity for you to go see your brothers. And it tells me departing of something. Tells me Eight of Cups. So it tells me moving on or taking a trip. And it tells me like the Sun card tells me your brothers, very much so. The others. So it tells me whatever this message was to go see. It was celebration. It was some type of celebration that they wanted you to go to. Okay, and it tells me with the Seven of Pentacles that this is something to help relationships for long term, like sustainability. That's what I'm kind of get. Like the seeds have been well planted, so it tells me like there's some growing up that's gone on with you guys. So I feel like it was something I needed to touch base at the time. I don't know if you're worried at the time about anything going on with your brothers, because I have the Moon card, so I don't know what the situation was. Maybe there was something with fear or anxieties or something along that line. I feel you had some type of, maybe, I don't know if it was a vision or something along that line that came to you, because it was something that it spiked your intuition. The Death card. So I don't know if it was something that was changing, or maybe somebody was possibly passed over, or something along that line. There was something happened. So there was some type of transition at that point. And I feel like it was the ending of something, the beginning of something. So I feel like maybe that's why they were trying to maybe push you that way. Maybe something had to come to an end. So I don't know if there was something going on with your brothers at the time, or maybe somebody was getting ready to leave. Possibly is what I'm getting at. Is maybe that's why they wanted you to spend time. Because I have Four of Pentacles. There's something going on with this situation. So I don't know if there's something held on to right now. Maybe something from the past. Something along that line. I keep getting someone's holding something back. There's something that needs to be released. Because I have the Tower. See, I have the Tower card next. So it tells me some type of release, revelation, some type of disruption is coming or was coming. And I feel like that's what it was. It was like it was a revelation to you. And the World card. So it was to travel once again, and it was something that they wanted you to do, to make things whole again. So I don't know if this was something that maybe you had a disconnect for the family member, or something along that line is what I'm getting. And maybe this was something that happened and has been going on for some time. And I feel like that was why maybe they told you that had to come to an end, and we need to regenerate this relationship possibly, and this cycle had to be completed. So I don't know if you did travel, but I feel like things maybe have been fulfilled at that time, or things were accomplished moving forward, like a wholeness. I keep getting wholeness, make things whole again. And the King of Cups. So maybe an older brother, or maybe you're the older brother. And I feel like one of you is a leader. So it's maybe to help support, bring emotional support to the other brothers, and bring balance is kind of what I'm getting. Because I have the Strength card holding up my whole reading. So it tells me something to do with love, exchanging of love, being open to receiving and giving love, but also tells me it took some strength. So whatever's going on or gone on, it took some great inner strength to with what's going on. But that's kind of what I'm getting, double-edged sword, and I hope that resonated with you. And thank you for the super chat. Shayna, will I meet my divine partner? I've already been married and divorced for many years, but not dead yet. How will it happen if it happens? Nine of Cups, your wish will come true, okay? You're going to have contentment, okay? You're going to have emotional stability coming forward and satisfaction. The Magician card tells me you've been working on this. You've been manifesting it, so continue to manifest this. Tells me, though, that they want you to work on your self-confidence. Okay. It tells me that you're going to have clarity with this once your confidence is at its rightful place. And right now, what it tells me that they want you to remain calm. Okay. They want you to nurture yourself with that Queen of Cups. Okay. There's healing that's going on right now. They're telling me that when your intuitiveness is increasing, but also tells me that emotional stability is what you've been kind of working through. I have the Six of Pentacles. Something is going to come to you. Okay, you're going to be receiving a gift. Okay, it tells me something is going to be from the universe and God is going to be very good. And I feel that this energy is going to be very balancing. You're going to exchange energies, and it's going to be very, very balancing when you do meet them. The Four of Swords tells me though this is a time for you to recoup. You have been out separate or single for a while, but this is time for you you're in a renewal phase right now. Your energy is telling me like this is what you're doing. They want you to recoup what's gone on in your past. So they tell me this is a renewal phase for you. But the Ace of Wands tells me that there's something new coming for you. Okay. And I feel like as you grow, then the energy, once your energy is in the place it needs to be, you're going to attract that energy to you. And it's going to be very, very magnetic. Nine of Swords tells me hopelessness at times, fears, anxieties, maybe some traumas from your past is what I'm kind of getting. But the Page of Cups tells me you're going to receive a message in your future, an intuitive message. You're going to just kind of know what to do or where to go. Because I feel like there's new love coming for you, is what I'm getting. It's going to be presented to you. Okay. You're going to have a happy surprise. And the Four of Wands, you're going to be married again. I feel there's going to be some type of celebration, some type of get together, possibly a marriage. Okay. So I also feel you may meet this person at a get together of some sort in your future. So I feel like that's going to be like some type of community, some type of event. I feel you may meet this individual. High Priestess card is trust yourself, trust in the divine. Okay. Tells me you have high morals. You're going to attract that energy, but you need to release some of these things from your past. The Knight of Swords. So this person's going to come. Okay. They're going to come towards you. Okay. And this person that's going to come is going to be very ambitious. Okay. So it tells me that you're going to, it's going to be amazing. They're going to come towards you when your energy is ready, as I mentioned. Five of Pentacles tells me, though, fear of or lack of mindset at times. Okay. Tells me maybe some isolation, some worry, something along that line, a lack mindset because of a loss and all these things that you've had from your past. Because I have Seven of Wands. So it tells me you're very defensive at times and you've maintained control, but tells me there's some things that you need to kind of let go because I feel you're a little defensive at times because of a male figure in your life that you've had. But it also tells me with this King of Cups that you're going to have this male that's coming into your life is going to bring you emotional support and balance. Okay. And I feel the Five of Swords, this, when you have conflicts in your mind or something going on, that tells me you're going to be able to overcome these things. He's going to help bring supportive energy towards you. And the Fool card. So yes, you're having something coming to you. You're going to be on a new journey. Okay. So it tells me you're on a journey now and to have faith again in the situation. Okay. And trust. That's what's going on. And I have the Five of Wands holding up my reading. So it tells me right now that there's still some things you're battling, possibly. And it tells me they're temporary, though. So this is part of your growth. And there's some healing it needs to be done at this point still. I keep getting that. It's nurturing time. It's retreat. It's renewal time for you. Okay. So I know you may have been divorced or separated for some time, but you're still in a healing. There's some healing that you haven't done yet. So once you're done with your healing and your vibration is at the point it needs to be, you're going to attract that energy to you very quickly with that Knight of Swords that I saw in your reading. So hopefully that resonated with you, Shayna, and thank you for the super chat. Oh yeah, I owe you a question too, so I'm going to do a couple of your questions. Uh, Sorry, guys. I told Delphine. So the first one for you, Soul Lady. Did Paul know about me before he left back in 1987? That's the first one, okay? Did Paul know about Delphine? Know about her before he left back in 1987? Lover's card, twin flame. I feel there's, yes, he did know about you. There was a partnership at that time. So it tells me there's strength in the two of your energy. So it tells me either or twin flame or soulmate. And it tells me there was a test of faith that happens. Okay. So it tells me like um, being persistent, resilient to this situation. I have the three of cups. So it tells me, yes, friendship, some type of friendship, some type of energy that was there. There's celebration involved in happiness and the hanged man. So it tells me that things had to change. So there's something that let go. Something had to been let go, or there was something that happened, a release, or a move on is what I'm getting. I have the Queen of Swords from you. So they moved on from you. There was something that had to change. Okay. And it was meant to happen because it was meant for you to be independent. And it was also meant for you to your perceptions changing or it helped you your perception change. So it tells me though that this is something that you're becoming more clear minded about now. And the Temperance card. So yes, very much so. Tells me that this was meant to happen. There was great harmony. Also tells me divine protection for Paul as well as you. So it tells me that he moved on to find purpose and for you to find your purpose and have patience. Okay, because this is tells me this was meant to be. Okay, and the Knight of Swords. So it tells me fighting off, defending beliefs, change. That's what that was for. Okay. Let me see here. Are there still are all the songs that I think are for me really for me? All right. Emperor card. That's a yes card. Very much so. It's because out of respect. He did it out of respect for you. Okay. So it tells me, and also I feel like protective energy. So I feel like he wanted to do that. And it was a practical way for him to send you messages. I have the Knight of Pentacles. So yes, he worked very hard on these songs. And there's truth to this. Okay. It tells me that this was something that he wanted to do. He took responsibility and he wanted to do that. I have the Hierophant. So it tells me whoever was in charge of him or in charge of the songs, they put it out, but I feel like it was so you could forgive him. That's what I get. I got that. It's for forgiveness. That's what his meant. He wanted to do to know, forgive me for this. I had to move on because of the ones that were controlling me. And the Eight of Pentacles. So yes, very much so. He's very good at what he does. So it tells me that this is something that he was doing. He had very high standards. So he put this out because he had passion for that. And the Two of Pentacles. So yes, he was adapting. It's for you. It also tells me that he had a lot of decisions. It helps you when you it was meant for you to for the decisions that you were balancing when you felt a little out of whack. It kind of was to help you find this balance. And the Eight of Wands. So it was news, it was messages to you for sure. So yes, I get that very strongly. It was something he did for you. I have the Ace of Pentacles holding up my whole reading. So it tells me for those two questions or that question, very much so was a gift presented to you that he did that. So Paul had something he wanted done for you, just a message for you to let you know he was sorry and that he was kind of hoping that they would help bring you balance and clarity because I feel a strong connection with twin flame or spirit. But now I'm going to get to this. Was it your spirit guides that kicked my butt today or something else? They literally gave me vertigo last night. I was exhausted today. Let's see. Was it my guides that gave her vertigo? Exhaustion today. I get the Knight of Cups. So yes, because the energy that was given to you, okay? So it tells me like it was, yes, very much so. And it disrupted you with the Tower card. So it also tells me though that they helped awaken you more. So I feel my guides have helped waken you. So you had some insights to these things. Things are going to be revealed to you. So this is a sudden change for you because then you're not used to this. Then I have the World card. So it tells me you completed what you were supposed to. They're going to help you. My guides are also going to help you attain things, accomplish things, grow. Tells me it's inevitable. Okay. So it tells me like this was it was something that they want you to, you're going to celebrate from this. Okay. Because of your accomplishment. And the Six of Cups, we have a past together. That's why you and I have a past. So the Six of Cups tells me you and I work. This is nostalgia. This is something from the past. So my guides gave you a gift, and they told me that this was something that is going to bring joy for you in the future. Okay, and the Two of Wands. So yes, they're helping you expand. This was planned. This didn't happen by accident. Okay, you're going to discover things that is to help you progress. Is what I'm getting. And then the Three of Wands, expansion, okay, tells me this is part of what needed to happen. This tells me this is part of your growth. This is what was expected. And you're going to continue to grow. You're going to get more opportunities from this, is what I'm getting. Opportunities from with your guides and the energies that I've given to you. This is going to bring opportunity for you, okay? And the Ten of Pentacles tells me family legacy. So we're related somehow. I feel spiritually. And it tells me that this is going to be very, very good for you, long-term success. And that right now you're adjusting to these energies. But once you have these guides and these energies, you're gonna grow. It's gonna expand for you. Okay. So hopefully that resonated with you, Soul Lady D, and thank you for the super chat. Is there a similarity between Indigenous and Essene? I think it's Essene. I think that's how you say it. Essene mysticism. Is there a similarity between Indigenous and Essene mysticism? King of Pentacles. So yes, there is very much so. So it tells me this is something, um, discipline, some type of discipline. So whatever the discipline is, it tells me that they're both kind of tied with manifestation and practicality. So it tells me that they're both good at bringing maybe abundance and things like that. So it's something that's practical that they have to work on. It's like an investment of some sort. And the Seven of Wands tells me, but there are challenges. Okay, so they do compete with each other at times, but there is similarities at times, but there is some competing. I feel competing. Competing, maybe how they get to the end point. I don't even know how to pronounce when they're telling me competing ideologies or competing practices, but they're similar in ways. The Four of Pentacles tells me yes. So it tells me that they're both there for, you're able to control both of them. So whoever the practitioner is able to control. That's what they're telling me. But it also tells me though that the practitioner is the biggest part of this situation. The Three of Pentacles. So yeah, there's some collaboration actually between them. So that tells me the foundation is the same, but how they get to the end point maybe is a little different, is what I'm getting. Okay. So it tells me the foundation is the same. The learning principles are the same, but it tells me though that how you implement it maybe is how it's a little different, is what I'm getting. Because I have the Hanged Man, so they have different perspectives. That's why I feel like the implementation is a little different. But it tells me they both have great awakening. Tells me great things evolve. So it tells me you're able to see things in a different perspective and light. Okay. And the Queen of Swords. So it tells me about your energetic boundaries. So it tells me the mysticism is what you become clear minded. So it tells me it's something to do with these abilities. So they each have their own way of doing things and how they do their energy work and their boundaries. But it tells me that their perception, you'll get the same perception of energies that come to you, but the how you get to that endpoint maybe is a little different, is what I'm getting. Because the Temperance card tells me that's good in all of them. It tells me it's divine. It tells me that things are done with moderation and patience. So it tells me harmony. They're both harmonious if you use it with a good meaning. It's a good spiritual omen. Okay, but I have the Nine of Swords holding up my reading. So it tells me, though, that maybe there's some fears about the other. Maybe there's some, and maybe your energy. It could be that the energy working and the things that people learn, maybe they disagree with, and it causes them to have racing thoughts and things like that. So it tells me that maybe the information that's presented, because swords are thoughts and words. So it tells me maybe the information has been put out it's to bring fear or to bring doubt. But I feel like the principles and the foundation are the same. The implementation, I feel, is a little different. So I hope that resonated with you, Dennis, and thank you for the super chat. You always have the most interesting books and movies, man. I never see any of these movies and any of these books. I always ask questions that it's good as I have no idea what you're talking about. So that's even more pure, because if I didn't know what you're talking about, then I can influence a little bit. So that's even pure. So I like it. So keep bringing these off the wall books and movies and questions, man. They're awesome. Is the Mouth of Madness movie a perfect depiction of how energy is used to make books and movies come to reality? The World card, completion. Absolutely. So fulfillment, accomplishment. So yes, that's exactly what it is. It makes things whole. And the Seven of Pentacles tells me it takes hard work. Tells me the seeds have been well planted. Okay, tells me sustainable. This is for sustainability for the future. And so it tells me this is something that is for the long-term success. But I have the Five of Cups holding up. So maybe there's some disappointments. Maybe there's some failures at times. Okay. So it tells me this works most of the times. But it also tells me there could be some failures. I have the Two of Pentacles. So it tells me that the Two of Pentacles maybe adapting. So I feel like this adapts a lot with the situation. So it tells me with the books and the energy. So it tells me that they kind of teach you a little bit how this energy adapts and how to balance it. But I have the Devil card. So I feel like maybe the information in this movie is dark. It's probably telling you the wrong way, because I have the Devil card. So it tells me there's something there. There's some type of energy attached to this movie. Also tells me, though, that whatever's going on, this could be a destructive type of behavior at times. There's toxic. There's something tied to the energy that's toxic, is what I get. I have the Six of Swords, so it tells me leaving behind that. So it tells me that this helps. There's a transition coming. Okay, so it tells me that this is what needs to happen. There needs to be release. Things need to be released. So I feel like this is released for a reason. But it also tells me with the Knight of Pentacles that this is something that has been a routine. But it's also it's the responsibility of the man or woman that's doing this and manifesting this, as you mentioned with this books or reality in the movie. So it tells me like there's a lot of hard work that goes into this. It also tells me like this is a routine that the dark uses consistently. But I have the Nine of Pentacles, so it tells me yes, the fruits of their labor. If you choose to use this route, you absolutely could. So they tell you things in person, but I feel like this movie has some type of attachment with it. So it tells me yes, the fruits of their labor, success, the Nine of Pentacles. So it tells me that's exactly what it's meant for. But it tells me the Seven of Cups tells me illusions, choices. It tells me a lot of daydreaming of things. So it tells me maybe this dream or this illusion can become a reality. But the Ten of Wands tells me, though, that there's a lot of burden that comes along with this, watching this movie or trying to attempt with this energy that they're working with. There's a lot of hard work that goes into this, but it will be completed. Page of Pentacles is for physical or financial success, but it also tells me in manifestation. If you're diligent, that they will complete this, but they present it to you. That's the desire. And the Three of Swords. So this will bring heartbreak and sorrow. So I keep getting that. There's some type of energy attachment with this movie. So if you're going to use any of those tools or whatever that situation is with this movie, I would say be very careful and know what you're doing. So, which a lot of us don't know because we don't remember what we used to know, but we're learning it again. So it tells me kind of the depiction is there, but it's for the dark is what I'm getting. So I hope that resonated with you, DHP, and thank you for the super chat. Will all of the NESARA be put into fruition over the next year? I'm going to use my angel cards. I think they want to talk. All of the NESARA be implemented within the next year. Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups or the Four of Water for me. So it tells me like there's a lot of possibilities with the Four of Cups. Okay. So it tells me though that things are being revalued right now. That's the part of the situation. Okay. But I have the Page of Cups or the Page of Water. So yes, I feel like we're going to get a happy surprise for all. Okay. So it tells me though that there's something that's coming, a new phase. Okay. But I have the Five of Earth. So it tells me there's going to be some financial loss within this next year as well. So it tells me maybe, and it's around money. So I feel that this next year, things are going to kind of be a little up and down. But the Page of Air tells me there's going to be a lot of information that's going to be put out. There's a lot of gossip, a lot of innuendo that's been put out recently. And it also tells me there's going to be some truth delivered. Okay. The Four of Swords or the Four of Air. So it tells me right now, once again, this is recuperation, renewal. Tells me like things are going to kind of be reevaluated. And this is what this needs to happen. There's going to be time to make decisions is what I'm getting. Then the Ten of Swords. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to all come to fruition over the next year because I have the Ten of Swords. So it tells me painful ending of something, maybe the ending of the old system. It tells me like end of a difficult situation, embracing for something bigger. The Five of Fire. So yeah, there's competing information right now. So there's a lot of competing stuff. So fives are temporary, but it tells me though that there's going to be some conflict with what the situation will be. And the Six of Cups or the Six of Water. So yeah, I feel like there's going to be something presented that's already happened in the past, which will be a beginning of this. So some of it will come to fruition, but not the entire, not all of NESARA. So it's going to be done in phases. So it tells me it's already been done in the past, and it's going to start to work its way forward. It's going to be presented to us, and what's presented to us is going to be very good and very joyful and very, very, very happy for all of us. And then unity. Unity has to come first. That's what it's telling me. Unity has to come first. So it tells me with the five, that tells me like the Hermit card, okay? It tells me traditional viewpoints are going to change. Our methods of how we do things are going to change. So it tells me systems have to change before this is implemented. It tells me that there's going to be spiritual growth. There's a lot of growth that's happening. Things going to be illuminated with this. And then I have the awakening. So there's an awakening here. So the awakening has to happen first. And unity has to occur first. So we have to look at things from a different perspective. It also tells me that this is things are going to be a little bit of a standstill. So things are going to progress, and then things are going to be a little bit of a standstill. So they're going to put these things implemented, I feel, when we're ready for these implementations. But I don't feel like it's going to be rolled out all within the year by any means. And the Lover's card tells me we're divinely loved. There's going to be something brought to us that's going to bring harmony and unity. That's what they want us to work on, the love, the increasing the love. And then when we're in a place of harmony is when all of NESARA will be rolled out. But right now it feels like the conflicts that are going to go on, the sleepers, the old systems, this is what they kind of need to get over. And this has to kind of ease into this NESARA in phases, is what they're telling me. So this will transition as smooth as possible. So hopefully I resonate with you, Dennis. Thank you for the super chat. All right, Tammy. So Tammy said, last year wildfires burned my house. I'm sorry that happened. An insurance company has not made a decision yet if it is considered a total loss. Contractors saying it is. The question is, will the insurance company declare my house a total loss? Will the insurance company declare Tammy's house a total loss? Yes or no? Please be a strong yes. If it is. Thank you. So this is a life experience. You had a significant life event in your past, but the life experience is what I'm getting. And a powerful revelation. So it tells me things are going to lead to change for this. And renewal. So you have a renewal card. So yeah, it tells me that things are being reevaluated. They're reviewing things and evaluating them. Okay. So it tells me a favorable assessment is coming for you, a favorable assessment of the facts. I just got a favorable assessment of the facts. So it tells me that this is going to move in a new direction. Okay. With that renewal. Then I have the Emperor card. So those are three major arcanas in one pull. So it tells me, yes, the Emperor is my Father God card. And this also is the Archangel Michael card. So you're divinely protected. Okay. So it tells me that there's going to be structure, and what they're doing is structuring something right now. They're getting organized with the situation. Okay. There's going to be some logic to what's presented to you. And the Page of Fire. So freedom. So renewal. Okay. You're going to be inspired. So it tells me that they're going to be presented to you. What they're going to present to you, you're going to be like, okay, great. Now we can move forward with the situation. The Two of Fire. So celebration tells me this is going to happen for you. It's all yes cards, home run yes. So it tells me like this is they're going to present something to you. You're continuing to move forward. So this will move forward for you. You're making progress. And release. So the end of a difficult situation, okay? So it tells me you're going to end it. It's going to come to an end. So this is part of you to move on. This is part of a growth for you, a spiritual growth. This is something that you've learned from. The Seven of Pentacles. The seeds have been well planted, or the Seven of Earth tells me you're going to have great long-term success. Okay. So it tells me you have unnecessary worry and all will be well. Then I have the Nine of Fire, or the Nine of Wands. Okay. So it tells me this is a test of faith that you've had. It's time for them to move on. It's time for you to move on, and you're going to be persistent. Okay. So you're almost there. Tell me you're almost there, and things are going to work out in your favor. Okay, Tammy. So I hope that resonated with you. And thank you for the super chat. My second book be manifested to the public by the end of next week. So High Priestess card. So I don't know if this is something that you're doing. This is like divine knowledge that you're in, wisdom that you're presenting. So it tells me to trust. And the Four of Pentacles, or the Four of Earth. So it tells me that It's a good business decision for you. Okay. It tells me you're going to be secure. So it tells me that the stuff that you've invested in with your time and energy is going to be very, very good for you. Then I have the 9 of Earth. So yes, tells me you're gonna your fruits of your labor are successful. Okay. So it tells me you've done a lot of this while you spend a lot of quiet time at home or by yourself is where you're getting these downloads. So it tells me this is going to be almost like a job for you in a way. You're going to be successful at this. Okay. And the Ace of Fire, or excuse me, Ace of Air, or the Ace of Swords. So it tells me yes, mental clarity, victory, success. So it's a communication, okay? So it tells me that, but the beginning may be a little challenging for you, possibly. Like it may start off a little slow, but then things may pick up speed with it, okay? But the Emperor card tells me you're very well protected. God is with you. It tells me that the structure and the discipline that you put in is going to be very, very good. Okay, so it tells me you're a leader. It tells me that the organization and the logic that you're presenting is going to be very, very good for others to help overcome things, and to kind of bring some enlightenment with, I feel. And I have the Page of Fire. So yes, very much so. Your book is gonna help inspire others, and I feel like this is what's meant to do with news. News is gonna be presented to them, facts, information that you have, and you've done this. Your originality and your ingenuity are into this book, and they're telling me that that's what's meant to happen. You're very creative. So the Knight of Air is holding up my reading. So that tells me things are gonna. You may have a little challenge at first, but I feel things are going to pick up speed. Okay. It feels like the information that you're going to present is going to hit home for people, and they're going to understand the information that you're putting out. The energy you put out is because you're going from your belief, and you're able to put that into words for others to understand. So they're telling me that that's divinely guided, and that's what you're meant to do. So it looks like by the end of next week is a very, very good possibility. Okay. So I feel if not within the week, it'll be within the month, within this month. Okay. For sure that you should have it out and about. So hope that resonated with you, Dennis. And thank you for the super chat. And I'm anxious, DHP, to see what it is since I was so close. I keep getting that's what you were doing, or you're trying to learn how to do that. Jason, you were so close, like 98% close. The cards picked up remote viewing because it's through a different set of eyes. That's all I have to say. That's why it was hard for me to I don't know what this means. And you want to hear something funny? I actually made that comment to Jason yesterday. I said, when it comes to my cards, I said, I'm usually about 98% correct. And that's literally the words that I used for him. That's exactly it. You said that there's no coincidence. And you're 98%, 9 plus 8 is 17. Just saying. Just saying. So that makes sense while I was picking up the remote viewing. Okay, I got you. Cool. I'm picking up what you're putting down. A few nights ago, I woke up at 4:21 to use the bathroom. Went back to bed and slept. Woke up much later, and it was 0444. I thought my clock was broke, but my phone confirmed the time. Any thoughts on it? So instead of saying 444, it said 0444. Interesting. Let's see what Spirit has to say. I'm anxious to see that one. I'm actually going to use my ancestor cards for this one. Let's see what they have. You see how my light got bright just touching my hand? They like it. My light gets bright. They're like, thank you for using it. They get a little lonely when I don't touch them as much. So, all right. Woke up at 4:21, used the bathroom, went back to sleep. Slept, woke up much later at 4:44. I thought my clock was broke, but my phone confirmed the time. Any thoughts on it? 0444. So the Shaolin Master came up. So I feel your energy and your guides was a message for you, very much so. Okay, so it tells me like there was an action they took. I have the protection guardian. So it was to tell you that you were divinely protected. So I don't know if you were maybe having concerns about something or what it was, because it tells me that drop your shield because you're already protected. So it's a way of kind of pulling the veil back is what I'm getting. I have the guardian angel. Once again, these are your guardian angels to tell you you're not alone. So I feel because you're very defensive, maybe, and some of the things maybe what they're telling me is your movements. So the movements that you made, maybe in between your sleep and things like that. There was a reason why when you were moving is when they showed you this. It was to confirm that you were not alone. It was a confirmation for you from your guardian angels. And I have the hunter. Once again, that's dropping your shield, that's facing your fears or whatever it was that you may have concerns about. And I also feel like maybe you've been manifesting this, like maybe you've been asking for signs and things like that. It was your desire for this to happen. Because I have the traveler. So once again, is why you were traveling. So you travel. So it's also telling you that things are changing for you. Those messages you received is saying things are changing from the reality how you know them. And I have the autumn card. So it's like telling you to release the old. That's why you were resting with the autumn card. It's why you're resting. So it tells me like this is releasing the old. So it tells me to let go of the old. It's a confirmation for you because you've been asking for these signs. I feel that very strongly, and they answered you. And I have the star ancestor because they were talking to your soul. It was a practical way for them to talk with you. So it tells me that you also have you're a star seed. You have you're some type of energy that your guides and your guardian angels were speaking to you about while you or traveled is what I get. But this is when you came back. It's to answer some of these questions. It was a tangible way in this plane for them to speak with you. Because I have the medicine guardian. It tells you there's healing. The message was for healing. There's healing involved for you. This is part of your growth. There's healing involved for others as well. And I have the shaman holding up my reading. So the shaman card tells me this is part of your evolution. This is part of a healing. So these are healing angels and healing guardians. It also tells me that this is what you're meant to do as well. So it was a confirmation to tell you these are the answers to your questions. You've been asking for signs and they sent them to you. So that's why your message was the way it was. It was specifically meant for you. So you got the answers to some of your questions. It was to drop your guard and tell you you are protected and everything will be okay. And it was to answer some of these questions. So hope that hope that resonated with you, Tammy, and thank you for the super chat. How can I improve my manifesting and elevate my vibration? Thank you, Jason. Well, I don't need my cards for that. I can just channel without that. So the best thing I would say for you, Colleen, is your vibrational level. When you manifest, you have to do it from a place of it's already done. Because when you ask God, God answers your prayer. It may not be in the time that you want. So your elevation of your vibration is you have to be more in tune and more in the present. I know it's hard when we're out working or running around, dropping kids off, but you have to be more in the present. That means take more time, even throughout the day, even take a few minutes each hour if you can, even a second or two, to kind of slow your breathing down and try to realign your spirit with your mind. The more you do that, the more you look to the inside, even if it's for a second of just taking a breath in, breath out, and just say, I'm releasing things that no longer serve me. I'm recalling all of my energy, whatever it is, because when you consistently raise your vibration, when you make an effort to do that. But it also tells me that you have to let go of some things, some doubts, some fears. I also have to tell me there's some stuff from your past that you need to kind of let go of. So it tells me that this is part of your growth. It tells me to come into alignment for you more often, you need to just take a few seconds throughout your day. Ask God to help realign you just by even closing your eyes for a second or two and just taking a deep breath in and deep breath out and releasing all things on your breath out that no longer serve your purpose. And every breath in, you breathe in the divine breath of life from God. So it tells me that's how because your effort and your intention is what raises your vibration. If you're in a love vibration all the time of gratitude, of everything that comes to you and goes out from gratitude, your vibration stays at a high level. So it tells me your manifestation, and when your vibration is a higher vibrational level, because you're in a place of love and a place of purity, not from a place of want. That's the difference. A place of want is if you expect it to maybe not happen. When you manifest something, it's from a place of it's done. God has already given it to you. It's already here. And the faster your vibration is moving, the faster you attract that vibrational energy, and you're manifesting way quicker. So that tells me that that's what they want you to do, is continue. Even once or twice, 3 times a day, or every hour, whatever you feel you need to do, it's perfect for you. So it tells me just even slowing your mind down from taking a breath. Every breath in, you breathe in the divine breath of life from God. Every breath out, we release all things that do not belong. Just even doing that raises your vibration and brings something into your heart. That as I always talk about in my manifestations and my healings, bring that love into your heart, whatever it is, a child, a beautiful memory, a beautiful place you visited. It brings a smile to your face and joy to your heart every time. So when you're having this rough day, or you don't know what to do, and how do I increase my energy, think of that energy that brings that smile to your face. Close your eyes real quick and slow your nice little slow breath in. You breathe in the divine breath of life from God, and every breath out, you release all things that do not belong. And your vibrational level will increase the more you do it, the more you do it, the more you do it. That means your manifestation will come quicker, because you're at a higher place of attraction, because you're vibrating at a place at a higher frequency that attracts things faster. So that's how the most thing I can tell you is just continue. This is a work in progress for all of us. So continue to keep your energy high, because when you're called, and you will be, you'll be ready for what's going on. Okay. So hope that's resonated with you, Colleen, and thank you for super chat. Yeah. I'm just trying to read some of these things. Pray for the devil moon. What does that mean? Moniness. We don't want to pray for him. We can pray. We need to send him to the light, though. Anything to do with the devil, send that thing to the light. That's what it needs. I saw a black triangle and it made no sound. It flew across the sky very quickly. I've seen a pyramid ship as well into the moon. I've shown pictures of that to you guys. So I have videos of the moon pulsing. And when I was in Michigan, there's so many things going on in the astral realm. And then it's not even just that, just all over the place. They're manifesting to us more because our energies are higher. We're increasing our frequencies. That's the reason why we're able to see things in different planes that we never would have seen before. They want to show us this stuff. They want to. So let's see. Yeah, definitely for Chrissy, guys. Support Chrissy. So my readings, Chuck, I pulled my website down purposely. I did that. No one else did that. And my reading prices are, if you need a reading, I'm doing them case by case. Okay. That means if you don't have a question here that you don't want anyone hearing, or if it's a little more intimate, you want a little more in-depth information, I do a 15-minute reading. It's $50, unlimited questions. I do a 30-minute reading. It's $100, unlimited questions. And I have a 1 hour reading, which is $200, and that's unlimited questions. Okay. So I try to give different price ranges for people who may be able to afford some things, but I pulled it down. So if you go to this YouTube channel, and you go to the About page, it'll tell you, if you read down the About page, it'll tell you how to get a hold of me for the reading. It has my email address, and then I will email you back to get it scheduled, because my schedule is so crazy now. And I have had a lot of issues with all the foreign time zones of all the countries that I read for. And that was what the headache was about, is rescheduling and make sure that I'm traveling all over the place now. So I wanted to try to keep my life as simple as possible with this. That's why I wanted to, if you need a reading, I have no problems doing that. We just need to coordinate with each other. And I also would tell you how to pay me instead of going through my website. So it's kind of a case-by-case basis for me. So I have no problems reading for you guys. Just let me know, okay? I'm here for you guys. Yeah, definitely check out Chrissy's book. And as I mentioned, Soul Lady D as well, okay? She's very good. She'll give you good advice. Go to her. I don't have any problems with that. That's what this was for. That's why I wanted to push these dentists out. Even Joe, they've kind of branched out. Soul Lady D or Delphine, she's put Chrissy. I mean, I'm here to promote and help others. This is what we're about. I'm not about hoarding all the readings and all that stuff. That's not about that. I want to help as many as I can. And I know that they have that good intention as well. Dennis, he does pendulum readings. He's very good too. He's very spiritually in tune. So don't feel like you have only one place to go to. There's so many beautiful souls that are in it for the right reasons and not just to make it last every last dollar they can. So look for that. Look for them. They actually can help you too. So I don't know what their prices are, but you know what? You can always contact them as well. But I don't mind. If you need help from me, I will help you without a doubt. Just a spiritual physical death, just left out and isolated. Jason gave me a beautiful read earlier. Thank you. So that was the day I lost my wife, and I have felt guilty for leaving, but we always get together on the 4th of July and celebrate with my 3 other brothers. So that's what I was getting. I knew there was a death of something. So that's what it was. It was they were going to be your support. So yeah, this is good. I love to get the feedback, because sometimes it will resonate for you, what your situation is. So yeah, you are spot on, brother. I have other things I would love to ask you. God bless. I love you. I love you too. I love all of you guys, man. So you guys are what makes this show amazing. And it's awesome. So this is what I do for this. You're crying now? Oh, don't cry. You're very, very good. My wife even told me when I played the little video, and I shared something very personal with Soul Lady, that even for the Soldier of Light, there's a lot of tribulations that I'm going through in my life as well. And I'm just being as honest as I can share with all of you. And it's not always, but it's how you project the energy out. I don't let this dark stuff, and I'm fighting the dark cult in my spiritual world, and I'm also fighting the dark cult in the physical world, and that is a true story. And I'm doing it in multiple battlefields. So this is a challenge for me, but literally when like I mentioned her in the beginning of my show, the first few words she said in the reading for me is literally something I said out loud twice a few hours earlier that day, verbatim. So that tells me that she's very connected. She understands. So I would never recommend anyone to you, because I am from a place of integrity. That's why when that troll came on the channel the other day and tell me he's not authentic, this guy's integrity is bad, dude, not even close. I mean, that's the one thing that is a quick way to get the Soldier of Light to show you who the soldier is in that part. So that's what I would never, from an integral place. That's a huge thing for me. It always has been in my integrity. Is I can't stand liars and thieves. So I always say your word is your bond. And I've always told my children this, and I feel this way for me. And I actually is a big thing to present yourself how you always are, your authentic self. And I always say, don't be someone else. If you heard my shows before, don't be you or what you think you should be around this person or this person and this person. And you just, and I actually helped another beautiful lady I met at the seminar, and I knew she had something going on right away when she asked me about it. And she started crying as soon as I didn't even we weren't even into it. She started crying right away. And she's like, you're giving me goosebumps for just talking to me. But I heard her. I said, my message that I got for her without pulling cards was, you're defensive. Like you're holding your energy back. You're closing your own energy off is what I got. And then later on, she was going to say something to somebody and she changed what she said. She goes, oh, I wish I would have said that instead. And when she did it, I stopped her. I'm like, right there. What's the message spirit gave you earlier? You just closed your energy off because you were afraid of the reaction you were going to get when you were speaking or what you were going to speak. That closes your energetic field off because you weren't being your authentic self and you weren't speaking the words that were true in your heart. She's like, oh man, I see it now. And I said the same thing to Jason. Jason's light changed a few times on couple of our shows when we were speaking about things, and what he was speaking wasn't totally resonating with what he was feeling. So you could see the change in the energy. You can physically see it. With those with eyes to see will see, and those with ears to hear will hear. So that's what this comes down to, is be your authentic self. So that's why I would never recommend anyone to anyone if I didn't feel that they were integral. They're going to keep it and give it to you straight, but they have your best interests at heart and they work from a place of the light. So, yeah. Yeah. Yes, very much so, SOULdier. All right, Alice, let's see what we got. Can you tell me what you see for me in the near future? Sure. I'll get to it too, Maven. Yep, I saw it there, Chrissy. I'll get to her in a minute, okay? No worries. No worries, Alice. I got you. The soldier of light. When I read for what I need to read. So no worries. I got you. Let's see for her in the near future. Please thank you. Any message back to me? So you're going to be traveling, I feel. So it tells me that you're going to be, there's some accomplishment coming for you. So it tells me, like, I keep seeing travel. So it tells me whatever, maybe you've been wanting to travel or wanting to plan something, tells me this, you're going to accomplish that. Because I have the Seven of Pentacles. So it tells me there's great long-term success for you. Okay, so it tells me like this is something like the vision that you're having, the visions that you've had. This is the long-term view that you have. Tells me you're completing it. And I have the Six of Cups. So it tells me the Six of Cups, happy memories. So it tells me something from your childhood. So I feel like maybe there's something, innocence, joy. So I also feel maybe there's children involved, and I just see your picture now. I feel like that's something that they're telling me, that there's very much joy. There's joy for you when it comes to the children around you. But I have the Two of Wands, so traveling. I feel there's a lot of travel coming in your future. So it tells me that you're growing. You're going to make some decisions on what you're going to be doing moving forward. So there's going to be some things leaving home. I keep getting she's leaving home. And the Ace of Wands. So it tells me like you're going to be inspired. So these travels and things like that are going to bring inspiration to you, okay? So it tells me this is part of your growth. You're going to start to grow spiritually, emotionally. Tells me this is part of what you're doing. And the Page of Cups, I feel it's to travel to see the little ones that you're associated with, okay? So it tells me follow your heart, okay? So it tells me that you're going to get intuitive messages. I feel you always have, but I feel like this is since you were younger, actually, little or younger. So it tells me that this is something that you're coming as a gift. You're coming as a gift for those around you, for the little ones. But I have the Hangman, so it tells me you need to release some things. This is a renewal, so it tells me that there's been a lot of sacrifice, self-sacrifice in your life. But it tells me though that this is a change is coming for the better. Okay, a release of things. So it tells me whatever you've been holding on to, whatever the situation is, you're going to have a release of that, and it's going to be very good. The Queen of Swords, so it tells me you're going to be clear-minded. So it tells me like maybe there's some communications that maybe that are going to get more effective for you in the future. It also tells me like your perception of things have changed recently, and they will. So it tells me the Nine of Cups, your wish will come true. You're going to be very content on the things that you're going to do. It tells me good health. Also tells me emotional stability. Okay, and I feel you're very gracious to God. I feel you give a lot of thank yous to God, and God is acknowledging that for you. Because I have the Knight of Wands holding up my reading. So you travel, you take actions. So it tells me to be fearless in what you're doing moving forward. You're inspiring others. So it tells me you bring a lot of inspiration to the little ones that are you're around. And I feel like this is something you're meant to do. This is traveling. So I feel you're going to be traveling a lot more in your future is what they're telling me. So I hope that that resonates with you, Allison. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, what was that question I was going to get for Chrissy? All right, to Maven 2. A very good friend, Polly, passed very unexpectedly in February. Does she have a message for me? A general reading would be almost welcome. Thank you. To Maven 2. Is there a message you have for Polly? Oh, you got a message for So I got the Five of Cups. So there was loss. I feel like there's some things that you regret. That's what she tells me. So it tells me that there's some loss, some grief. Okay. So it tells me, but there's some regrets. But I have the Page of Wands. So I don't know if you've known her since she was you were children or you were young. I feel like maybe you've known her for young, but she tells me she's free. She's free now. So it tells me like she's a free spirit. She's free. She's moving around. So it tells me that she's also she helps you. She comes to you. She puts, I feel like the ideas you've been thinking about her a lot. She's telling me you're discovering because of her departure. I have the Eight of Cups. So she had to depart. It was her time to depart. Okay. So the things she left behind, she said. So she said, you need to leave that behind. She says she feels like you almost feel like she abandoned you, or that you feel a little abandoned at this, is what she's kind of telling me. Because I have the Ten of Swords, so I feel like a painful ending. I feel like there are some wounds here that she says, some deep wounds that you need to come in the loss that come from this. There's something you need to let go of and needed to complete. Because I have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords tells me that she wants you to find your joy again, okay? She's telling me, though, that she wants you to remain confident. Find your courage again. Be the strong woman that she knows you are, okay? She says you need to be independent. She said, this is, when I moved on, she needed to free her spirit, and this is your independence as well. Because I have the Nine of Pentacles. So she tells me, like, she's doing great. She feels great. She wants you to be that way. She wants you to nurture yourself, okay? She tells me that you've always taken care of yourself. So she wants you to continue to take care of yourself, okay? Because the fruits of your labor and the nurturing you do is going to bring you clarity and calmness, she says. Because I have the Tower card. So you need to release some things. That's what she's telling me. Release this stuff. You're holding on to something that is not yours to release. To hold on to. Release it. Change had to happen, okay? It was sudden, she says. So it tells me there was something that needed to happen. Release it, okay? Because the Strength card, she tells me she loves you very much with the Strength card. She says she sends you love all the time. She says you send her love all the time. She said, don't, the regrets, you need to let those go. You need to let them go, she says. So she says you need to have compassion for yourself and compassion for just others. Be open to receiving and giving love unconditionally, she says. Because the Eight of Swords tells me it's a victim mentality. Victim mentality. So it tells me that you have negative thoughts. You hold yourself back. You're a prisoner of your own thoughts. The Seven of Cups next. So it tells me there's a lot of illusions, a lot of things that you see, like it's the choices that were made. So I feel like there's a lot of thoughts and things that kind of pop in and out of your mind a lot. The High Priestess card tells me she loves you, but also tells me like she's okay. She's been purified. She's good. She says she wants you to have that too, okay? She's helping bring you knowledge. She's supporting you from the other side, she's telling me. Because I have the Two of Cups. You guys have a great connection. So she communicates with you a lot. She said there's harmony. Okay, she wants you to be, she says she loves you and she wants you to love yourself. Because I have the King of Pentacles holding in my reading. So she says she wants you to invest in yourself. So with your own security, tells me you're going to be prosperous. Okay, tells me investing in yourself. That means nurturing yourself, releasing these things, spiritual growth as you're doing. She said it's time to let it go. It was time for her to go, and it's been disruptive, but she doesn't want you to hold on to that and have regrets. So I hope that resonated with you. To Maven 2, to Maven 2. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, DHP, honestly, I usually have zero idea about the stuff. You think outside the box with your presentations and the stuff that you've always presented to me. I have literally, I have yet to say, yeah, I know who that is. I know what that is. Seriously, I have no idea, but that's even better then, because when I do read for you, yeah, but it's a horror movie. It's a horror film, so you might not want to watch it. I'm telling you, there's dark energy around it. I know it. So, yeah. Soldier Light, Lori K, Raising Vibrations has question in chat. It was off the road working. Oh, but it ran. No, it was parked at a friend's house. Oh, is that about the car? It was all customized. Will they find his car? Let's find out. Lori K, Raising Vibrations. This car was stolen. Will they find it? Yes or no? No. They're not going to find his car. So whoever did this, it was theft. I got theft with the Five of Swords. That's theft. So it was theft. But something is coming from this. So I feel he's going to have something new from it. Okay. So it tells me something new is coming from it. It's going to be presented to him. Maybe something from the insurance company or finances. They're gonna. I feel like there's something new is going to come from this, from the bank or the insurance company is what I'm getting with the Hierophant. So it tells me like there's going to be some type of forgiveness for this car loan or whatever, and there's going to be something. So trust. Page of Swords. So he's young. So yeah. So it tells me he's going to start looking, I feel, for something different. Okay. So I feel like he's going to move forward. He's going to be restless from this, is what I'm getting. He's going to be restless from this. But the Death card tells me like this is an end that has to come to an end. Okay. This is a change that's coming. So a change is coming, a change in an automobile, change in something like that. Okay. The Devil card. So it tells me like there's some attachment to this. So it tells me he needs to let go of the attachment, because I feel that there's some materialistic toxic energy with this now. He needs to let that go. The page, or the King of Cups. So it tells me that there's something coming for him. Okay. So he needs, maybe his father figure or someone is going to help kind of keep him calm. He's going to be balanced. The Tower card. So it tells me there's something going to be revealed. Okay. So something's coming. This is very disruptive for him. And that's what I'm getting. Okay. It's upheaval. It's an upheaval for him. But it's going to be a good thing for him. I hate to say this, but it's a wheel of fortune. It's a turning point. This is destiny. It had to happen this way. So this is a way for him to release the toxic energy that's associated with this. He needs to let it go. It's a turning point, but tells me this is for the better in his karmic cycle. So the Knight of Pentacles tells me he's going to be rewarded something. Something better is going to come from this, is what I'm getting. Okay. So it tells me, like, the Three of Pentacles, there's going to be a team of things. This is something he's working on. So I feel this is something they're working on. They are going to work and try to find it, but I don't think they're going to find his car. I feel like this is going to be a collaboration between multiple, like the insurance company, your grandson, maybe the police department. I feel like there's going to be a collaboration with this, and this is something going to lead to something new. And I feel like he needs to let go of that energy, okay? Because that's going to be very toxic to him. So, by the way, Jason, great reading. Yes, you nailed the question down as always. Cool, man. All right, I'm trying to get to the bottom of the screening. What nights do you do these readings, Sheena? Depends. Now that I have a couple of weeks off before I travel again, I'll probably at least do them once a week. It may change on the day. I try not to step on the toes of others, believe it or not. I'm not a selfish guy. So I don't try to jump on if day. I'm sorry, Chrissy, I didn't know you were doing a show tonight. But like, I know when they do roundtables, I'm not trying to jump on and step on their toes, because I feel like that's very important. But I also feel like I also try not to jump on others' toes. I looked at SOULdier, and she's doing some readings. So I'm trying to work around others as much as I can. So whenever I get an opportunity to, I will. Yeah. Yeah. You just have to watch for the announcement, because, like I said, when I travel more, I'm going to be doing them less, and I'll probably just do maybe like a pull, like I do every 2 weeks or so for others. So he's still going. Yeah, I'm always going. This stuff doesn't bother me. I could go for 4 or 5 hours. So, yep, Jason is the king of tarot, but he says what I say. All the honor and glory goes to God. We're just channeling. That's true story. So, so nice. I love listening or reading these. I love reading these. Yes, Chrissy, I always shout you out. You've been awesome. So, thank you. Yes, yes, love you too. You know that. So you guys are all amazing. And like I said, this is all, you guys already know this. So this is something that I just glad that I can give you guys some confirmation. For the super sticker, thank you, Soul Tribe Love. Much love, much love, much love. Yeah, Chuck, you crush those freaking trolls, man. I'm not playing games. Yeah, my last reading was 4 hours, so I'm trying to. That's another thing, when I do my shows are long because of all the channel or the questions I get, and I try to give you as in-depth reading as I can. Do you see healing for my friend Erica? She is so broken from a trauma she suffered. I'm gonna look for you, D Jimmy. Star card. Yes. You see how bright my room is? Tells me to remain hopeful and calm. It's a good omen. Okay. So she is going to heal. Okay. So things are, a good omen is coming. Rejuvenation. She's going to rejuvenate. So it is coming. Okay. And the 10 of Pentacles, not even going to pull anymore. So yes, she's going to be able to overcome these things. She's going to be strong again. She's going to complete these obstacles. Okay. The Queen of Wands is holding up my reading. She is the Queen of Wands. So tell her to stay strong, be courageous. Okay. She's going to overcome these obstacles and to remain passionate about healing, continue to push forward, and she's going to overcome them. Okay. So hope that resonated with you, D. Jimmy, and thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the question. Sorry. Can you just look quick and see how my book launch will go, please? Greatly appreciated. Yep, I got him, Chuck, before I even looked at it. No worries. So I feel that whoever's going to be purchasing your book is going to be searching for knowledge. Like, I have a thirst for it, okay? And I have the Fool card. So it tells me that this is going to be, there's a lot of possibilities how this could go. And I feel when it comes to this, there's an opportunity for you. It tells me it's going to be growing. So it tells me you need to trust. The Chariot card. So I feel like you're gonna make progress with this. So I feel your launch, once it starts to go, it's gonna start to move pretty good, and it's gonna come towards you. Okay, so it just tells me to remain determined, don't be discouraged, and stay strong. And the Empress card. So I feel very strongly like the fruits of your labor, contentment. Okay, tells me the actions you've taken. It's going to help evolve yourself and others with the words that you put in. Okay. So you're going to be very accomplished. They're telling me. So the 5 of Cups that's holding up my reading is your fears for not having enough or the lack of mindset. You're telling me, let those go. And the cup is half full, not half empty. So if that resonated with you, Christy, and thank you for the super chat. I know you gave me a super chat. Now you're a super sticker. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And put my mind at ease. My husband is 81 on hospice, so it affects him, and we can't afford to help my grandson. I got you. Cool. So, all done. Stay in the light, guys. I really appreciate you guys who've all tuned in tonight. 3 hours, 13 minutes. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, light got bright just for your friend, that D Jimmy. That's right. So, that's what happens when you see like my light brightens. That's the energy that is exchanging. So, that's anyone who says that that's from the dark or whatever the situation is. I got some oceanfront property in Phoenix to sell you. But you're, like I mentioned, this is intention. Everything is intention. Plus, I always ask for protection from even the guides when I travel. When I use your guides, when I'm using your guides, I actually have I ask for protection of the energy that comes along with your guide. So you may have energy around you that's not so good. So what I do is send that energy away, and I ask for the good energy. So that's the reason why um, it's good. I want you guys to know that this is all. I try to also help with sending energy away that doesn't belong to you. That's why when these readings come into my energetic field, it's not just a yes or no, it's a reading, and it's also to try to help you overcome these things, give you validation, and also help you to move past them. And this is a form of healing that people don't realize. This is a form of healing because the answers you may receive can give you confidence, can give you enlightenment, can give you that validation of the things that your soul already knows, and that gives you the opportunity to move forward. So that's what this has always been about. Does Erica have a guide she can pray to? We all do. So I would say the first thing that I would say for her is maybe connect with God. And then if she believes in God, and maybe Yeshua or Jesus. And then I would say the next is the Holy Spirit and her higher self. Okay. And then from there, Archangel Michael. So those are the ones that are going to protect her, to guide her, to heal her. And I feel like that's the main things that to channel from your higher self. So yes, start with those. Once he feels the energy of those and understands those energies, then start to branch off and ask for other archangels and her own spirit guides, her animal guides. But you have to understand what those energies feel like. So when you feel something that's off with those energies, you know that that's not the energy that you may be channeling. So that's the best advice I could give her. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that, D Jimmy, but she's going to overcome it. I know she is. Okay. So this is a rejuvenation will come for her. Okay. So yeah, no worries. So I just want to let you guys know the two Jasons on Tuesday, TWO Tuesday. And just continue to educate yourself, because we fight battles in the spiritual realm and in this realm. All of us do. Even just going to work and your bills and those things that you're fighting with, that's a battle for you, that you know what you're feeling, and only your actions can dictate what your reality becomes. So that's just, there's a lot of learning involved. Even when things are shitty, you learn more from your tribulations than you do your triumphs. So your triumphs, though, even your tribulations, thank God for those tribulations, because those are learning experiences, and those are the battle wounds, as I spoke of, that we all need to get to the next level. The stairway to heaven is multi-level. It's not a straight line. There's certain things you have to accomplish before you ascend to the next level. I've seen it in an amazing vision, and I didn't see what was behind me, but I could see upward, and it's multi-level. Okay, so that means what you do, you're constantly ascending to the kingdom. And once you're there, it's beautiful. And just so you know, I want to share a little tidbit with you. This resonated with my soul. I started vibrating and tingling when I read this. And I read it out loud to my wife, and she got tingles at the same time. My wife is very empathic as well. She gets visions and she gets things differently than I do, but her visions are really on point. And I read a comment that I've never heard, I've never seen anywhere. And I read it, and it struck me to the heart. And it was something that was placed, or what we've been told with Jesus. When Jesus was crucified, when he called out, "Forgive them, Father, for they know what," or not, for they know what they don't, or shit, I can't even say it right now because it's not right. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. That's not what Jesus said on the cross. And I know this 101,000,000% because my heart, it's sung to me, and I was tingly all over the place, and my wife got the same tingles of that exchange of energy at the same time. What Jesus said was, "Do not forgive them, Father, for they know what they do." Let that resonate with you. Do not forgive them, Father, for they know what they do. And he's talking about the evil, not the good-hearted, clean, truthful, loving souls. He's talking about the devils. That turn the other cheek was written in by kings and by the pagan Vatican Church, which is pagan and devil worshiping. And they wrote this in to keep us docile, turn the other cheek, to keep us complacent, to keep us docile. So when we see the evils that they do, they feel if we turn the other cheek, and they put this out enough times, that they can get away with these darkness and these evils, and that we're going to turn the other cheek and forgive them because that's what God wants. And that's not the case. So God, or Jesus, was there to spread the wealth of knowledge, and he hated organized religion. He was married to Mary Magdalene. They had children. Did you also know that they put in the Bible that God, there's a book of Mary Magdalene specifically for her. There's also a book that involves UFOs. And there's so many things that were left out. So they considered Jesus a deity because of the things that he did. This is what the Catholic Church put in. But they didn't want it put out because he was a deity, that he had a physical wife in this plane and had children. So they put out in the book that he abstained, didn't have a wife, and that every priest that came after that in the priesthood was to be godlike and not take a physical wife if you're a priest, and not to have the intercourse with your wife. So they say that they put that in. So why do you think that these priests have had these issues? And I have a heart, someone stabbing me in the heart right now. So why do you think that these priests have had issues with children? Because they're meant to have a partner. This was all by design. They didn't want to admit that Jesus was a deity and he performed miracles. So, but he did have a wife and he did have children. There's so many things that just blew my mind, and it resonated with me all over the place. But when I heard that Jesus went in the temple and flipped tables over, Jesus was a fighter. I know it. So that tells me that you can be a warring angel, a light warrior. You can do this and spread the light, but you also can defend, and you need to. This is our war against the dark. This is what we're meant to do. Accomplishing your battles inside and defeating them is the most important part. You grow. You're defeating of your darkness. That's the change. That's the awakening. That's that next level towards the heaven that you're shooting for. So continue to look up. Look to the light. Defeat those skeletons in your closet. Defeat those bad things that have happened to you. That means letting them go, healing it. But it doesn't mean forgetting, because it brought you where you are, but you have to forgive. But it tells me when your time to come is, don't hesitate. Same thing with the purgatory. They used to tell others, they created, that was all made up. They created that stuff. You're going to be stuck in purgatory if you do this or you do that, and if you die and this happens. That's all fear-based. Everything was created out of fear to conjure demons and to bring demons forward. So every king had something to do with this, to the Bible that they are today. There's so many things that are missing that they've left out purposely so they can manipulate us and keep us docile and keep us as calm as we can, so they can just continue to stomp on us. Well, that's over. We're spreading the truth. We're spreading the light, and we're doing what Jesus said. And I honestly tell God all the time, justice is coming. I know it. Justice needs to be for the balance of the universe, to bring it back to what it is, what it needs to be in your vision. So it is coming. Don't focus on the when. It's here. When we said we manifest, as I told earlier, the manifestation moves faster when you do it from a place of love and it's already completed. Then it comes. And 15th, by the way, that comes up to everything. The Illuminati, the Black Pope he's located in the Pentagon. Did you know that? His job is to be the military arm of the whole world. They have military industrial complexes in the Pentagon. He's in control of it, the Black Pope. The White Pope is just the front man, the one that kisses the babies and all that garbage that they show. So it's just to distract. And 15 is a huge number for the Illuminati. What 5/1, May 1st, is the date that they were founded in many, many centuries ago. So you'll see a lot of 15s and 51s and 322s, that's skull and bones. You'll also see 201. That's the order of the bee. There's so many things that are numbers out there that you'll see in the newspapers, on the internet, on the TV, on the movies. You'll hear 15 years, or this was 5. You look at the addresses of maybe when they come out of movies, when stars come out of a house in the movie. Look at the address. 322 is on there, 201, 51. There's always something in there with their numbers. They always show you as part of what they do. So the 15th century is exactly right. King James Version, that shows you right there. Illuminati was involved. So that's what I want you to know, guys. Things have been changed. Don't be afraid. You stand your ground. You defeat the darkness. You are a warrior. Sometimes it's good to be a warrior in a garden than be a gardener in a war. So it tells me prepare for war, but be at peace with yourself in your garden. Then you're ready. So I just want to let you guys know, yeah, everything comes back to 369, all that good stuff. So most of it, except for 322, because that's 7. And that's weird. I don't know why that came. But the order of the bee, the Illuminati, look for the colors are also white, red, and black for the Illuminati. For the skull and bones, it's blue and yellow. And for the order of the bee, it's black, white, and yellow. So those are colors you'll see everywhere. So it's just to tell you that the signs, you'll see them on the news, the colors, you'll see them together, blue and yellow usually. You'll see black, white, and red together. You'll see black, white, and black, and yellow together. Red, white, and blue. That's also a color. But the red, white, and blue has nothing to do with anything. The red is about you being on the land as a living human or man or woman. The blue is you're lost at sea, or the maritime admiralty law, lost at sea, which is the blue. And then the other one, red, blue, and white, which they say is like, I don't know, purity and all that, nothing to do with that. The white on the flag, which you see as the white stars, is the White Star faction of the Freemasons. That's who is in charge of that flag. You'll see it. There's symbolism everywhere. Once you see it, with those with eyes to see will see, and those with ears to hear will hear. I'm going to leave you guys with that little tidbit of knowledge. Okay? Just continue to educate yourself. That's what it is. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you discern, you're going to learn a lot of bullshit that may not mean anything, and it may just be a waste of your time to read at the time. But that's okay. This is part of your building your discernment muscle. What resonates with your soul, roll with it. Don't let anybody change what you feel about something, no matter how persuasive they are, how much they tell you, no, you're wrong, or this is what it is, and they have a good argument. If you don't feel that's right in your heart, stay with what you think and you feel. That's what this test is about, is trusting yourself and what you believe, and not letting anyone around you influence that, because this is your journey and only your journey, and it's special to you. So where did I get my small civil peace flag? I got it at a state national convention, actually. So, yep, I got it there. I wish I could tell you purple is Freemason. It depends. Black, white, and red is usually the Illuminati colors. Freemasons can be purple. It just depends on the how high of a Freemason you are. It also depends on the faction that you're in. So, but purple is a color because they think they're royalty. So, and most of the stuff that's been written has been from Freemasons. Like did you know that there's two royal families? There's the European royal family and Cabal, and then there's the Chinese royal family. And you know, the Chinese royal family has put out the good for the world. They have the most resources and gold and all that stuff in the world, and that the European faction has been trying to steal the Chinese royal family's gold for years. That's why they invaded Japan. That's why they went after the Philippines and all that. They were searching for the Chinese royal family's gold, and they never found it. So that the Chinese royal family is putting itself out for GESARA and NESARA. They're putting out a lot of their gold and resources to back the currencies that are coming. That's why that the Cabal, which is the European families, and their Rothschilds, they've all changed their names, but that's who the European royal family really is. They're Rothschilds. So they're the banking cabal. So just want to share that with you guys a little bit. So just a little bit of knowledge drop on you besides the spiritual stuff. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, check out the show with Jason and I on Tuesdays. I believe that he and I are brought together for something special. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful show together. We really work well off of each other. He tells me after the show every time, he goes, I love it. I used to feel so drained after our shows before when I used to do shows. He goes, I feel so energetic and so enlightened, so calm after the shows that you and I do. It's so beautiful. So I just wanted to say thank you, brother. I know you're going to listen to this. Thank you, all the guardian, the warriors that are protecting the chat. And you guys are all warriors. God puts his warriors out front first, so we can fight those battles, take those slings and arrows for the others that are behind us that aren't able to do that. So you're lucky. God chose you, and you said, I accept. Keep your energy high, so when he calls you, you're going to be able to fulfill your obligation. And God will give you love and abundance beyond your imagination. Stay in the light. Stay in the love. Sending you guys all peace and protection. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Soldier of Light, out.